I'm back. Hi, chat. I'm back. How are you? How are you, chat? How have you been? How have you been? Hello. Hello, hello. Okay, so what we're gonna do. So today, thank you, Emily, for the sub. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. The plan for today. Wait, let me lower my music. Is we're going to go and talk to Flowerface, which is actually the musician that is playing in the background right now. She is amazing and one of my favorite music artists. But before that, I wanted to watch a video with you. It has been in my recommended for a long time. Especially, I'm gonna turn the music off. Especially because obviously on YouTube, I type in Nihachu just to see what kind of videos come up. And this video has been in my recommended for a long time. Ever since it got uploaded, March 2nd. And I haven't watched it yet, but I wanted to watch it with you guys because I think it's very interesting. So we're gonna do that first. No, there we go. It's this one. Nihachu Dream SMP Character Analysis. And I thought it's by Kinda Coral. And I thought that's a really, like, I read that and was like, huh. Interesting. Nihachu Character Analysis? I want to know what people analyze of my character. So, I want to watch that with you guys. I haven't seen it. Like I said, I haven't seen it yet. So I'm very interested. And I wanted to do that with you guys first before we call Flowerface.
Hey y'all, it's Coral, and in this video I'll be analyzing a character.
Alright, how's the sound? Is it okay?
Niki Nihachu. Also, YouTube made me this nice graph. It's a quality.
It's quiet?
Alright, if you aren't subscribed and end up enjoying the video or want to help improve this graph, consider subscribing. It's free and you can always subscribe. Enjoy the video. I think Niki is going to be a real interesting character to follow on this season of the SMP because this is the first time her character has really evolved past her own personality in the SMP.
Alright.
Also, this whole video I will be referring to Niki as in the character on the SMP roleplay, not Niki as in the real life person.
This?
And thank you, Niki,
just
for
say stop,
such
chat.
An
just say
character.
stop.
You're such a great actor, and it's always so incredible to watch her on the SMP.
Cool.
When Niki first joined the SMP, her character acted the same way she acted in real life. Kind, considerate, friendly, which is to be expected since she wasn't really added into the lore or story yet at that time. So there was no plot to drive her to act any other way. Even when people aren't the nicest to her, she's still kind and respectful towards them. For example, when Dream hit 10 million subscribers, she wanted to bake him a cake even after he killed her cow.
It's only automated ones.
Because Dream killed it. Dream killed my cow, so I can't get milk, and now I want to cook him 10 cakes for his 10 million, and I can't.
Yeah, I remember that.
With her fox Fungi, she didn't want revenge or to start a whole war against him.
Look how much I changed. Wait, Chad. Glow up? Low-key glow up? Like, you know, not that I didn't look good here, but like,
see your apology.
I don't know if Satnab apologized yet. I don't know. I didn't get an apology yet, so, you know, I don't know. Still waiting.
This doesn't mean she's a pushover, though. She told her chat that she wasn't going to beg for an apology, and that he must feel the need to apologize himself.
I will not make him apologize. He knows what he did. So I will not beg for it. I'm not here to beg for anything.
Still not here to beg for anything.
Wilbur killed and banished on Schlatt's command, and she was left alone in Manberg to fend for herself. She even says to Quackity,
"Look at Wilbur!
I need to. Okay, Wilbur.
What's supposed to do without him?"
She is lost and all alone in a new political climate where most people don't agree with her, but that doesn't stop her. After the election, she is one of the first to stand up against Schlatt when he banishes Tommy and Wilbur, and when he wants to change the name and take down the walls of the land.
That era was simpler time, dude. That's such a throwback to like Lemanberg and stuff.
What?
Oh yeah.
What?
I don't know if that's a
What?
good idea.
You can't do that.
What? Immediately.
Schlatt, I don't.
Launching a public works project. All citizens of Lemanberg.
She knows she's putting herself in a dangerous position by being outspoken, but she goes even further and tells Quackity, the vice president, that they need to stop Schlatt because he will take everything.
Yeah.
We have to go against him.
You want to go
We have
against
to
Schlatt?
fight him. Yes, we have to fight him.
I'm gonna make it a bit louder so you can.
He is going to do.
There you
He's
go.
going to take everything we have. He is going to take everything we have. I am not going to let that happen.
Then, Schlatt goes on to imprison her, tax her, and torment her, all in the span of 2 days.
How you doing?
What do you want?
Well, I mean.
Look, chat, you're on the other
taxes
side.
they do.
You're here.
You will not get these taxes.
Okay.
Whatever
well,
you want from me,
Oh,
you will
7.
not get it.
Nikki had to put up with a lot during this time period, but she remained strong even though she was crushed. You really see her heart break when Wilbur comes back to Manberg the next day. Nikki has just been taxed by Schlatt. Wilbur comes in the call and she tells him,
Remember my bakery?
am
Oh my
so
god!
scared.
After that, I want to tell you
but
my
Wilbur's
plans
more
for
focused
the
on
for the
Schlatt's
coming
thing and getting
lore.
back what he took.
Oh my
He
god!
doesn't
I'm so
really ask
excited.
Nikki how she's doing. He only asks if she is missing much. Then he leaves her, saying that he can't take her with him to Pogtopia.
Look,
Yeah.
I can't. We're in too much of a hot position right now to take in everyone from every sort of like person we need into our new like cave. So you're gonna have to hold out in Manberg for a bit longer. Is that okay?
Of course. I
Okay.
will. Yeah. Take care. Will.
Thank you. Me.
You can tell by the way that Nikki pauses after Wilbur leaves the call that she is heartbroken. She is left alone. She told Wilbur
I
Yeah.
have no idea who is on what side.
she has no clue who she can turn to, and the one person she trusted most in the world has left her in this situation and told her that she can't escape with him. When Schlatt finally banishes and kills Nikki on October 16th, only then does Wilbur invite her to Pogtopia. But when she gets there, she doesn't recognize Wilbur. He is now hungry for chaos and doesn't
Yeah.
really seem to care about much else anymore.
Because no one's actually caring about Honor. Everyone just wants to commit chaos. Why are you here, Technoblade? You here for chaos?
Well, yeah, but to be fair,
There we go.
Nikki clearly seems
Pain,
uncomfortable with
yeah.
how much Wilbur has changed, and she
I
agrees
love
with
like
comments
having
about
like
Wilbur has
it's a
gone
very
crazy.
good like back thing, like because okay, because a lot of people especially on Twitter are like, oh, why is Nikki doing that, why is Nikki acting that way, I don't understand, she doesn't have a motive. But like, remember that before you watch the streams stuff happens. You know, so I don't know, like I'm still friends with them and I still love them so much, but yeah, stuff happened.
It stays in the pit, Tommy. Tommy, this conflict has been resolved. You said you were going to resolve it with your fist.
After all the torment she has gone through in hopes that Wilbur will come and take back Lemanberg, she is greeted by a man who just wants to destroy it. A month later, she even breaks
Ooh.
down saying,
He is insane. Like, seriously insane.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
I don't recognize him insane.
really?
Yes.
Jeez.
And he is the person I fought for. He is the person I did this for. I don't
Dude,
even know
I
why he
can't
did
get over this. Chat. Wait, which side am I looking at? I'm looking at that side. I'm sorry. Like, what? I didn't even realize this. Remember the internet. Thank you so much for the gifted subs. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Look at that. Okay, anyways. Sorry. This is a serious video. This is a serious backstory
she
video.
fought for Lemanberg for Wilbur. But if Wilbur doesn't want Lemanberg anymore, then what is left? Everything she once knew and fought for has been turned on its head, and it's clear that Nikki's character is overwhelmed and disorientated. It is at this point that Nikki starts talking a lot about trust and who she can and can't trust. She loses her trust in Carl because he gave up their nation of Rudabagaville to Dream.
I may have sold out
Yeah.
Rudabagaville to Manberg.
Carl!
She tells Techno that she doesn't trust him.
I'm just saying, I don't trust you, Techno. We're still
Thank
friends,
you.
you know,
Thank
but I
you.
still don't trust you.
She trusts
Now I
Funky
do.
with the fact that she's been making a secret city.
This is a secret, and I sadly trusted Carl, and I think he's telling other people, but he's the only one who knows. I built a secret city.
and she tells Eric that she trusts him because he has always been there for her.
I trust Eric. Eric is my friend.
Oh
Eric
my
has
God,
been
you
my
guys are
friend
so
since
dumb.
Can I
the
turn the
start.
video up
Trust
even
goes
more?
on to become a big part of
Oh
her
gosh,
character.
is it so
Niki also
quiet?
states,
I believe that people can change. I have seen people change for the worse, and I believe that they can change for the better.
I believe that she thinks Wilbur can change
Still
for
a
the
bit of
better,
hope
even
left.
after he changed
That
for the
Nikki
worse
still
in
had a
Puppy.
bit of hope
Once
left,
Slack
guys.
dies and they win back L'Manberg, I
Bit.
believe Nikki thinks that this will be the point when Wilbur will change for the better. They have everything they want, and she
And
trusts
that's the
that he will
turning
do the right
point.
thing. I think that is part of the reason why she didn't tell anyone about the TNT in the podium when she accidentally uncovered it. She believed that Wilbur would be done with the chaos now that they had L'Manberg back, but he wasn't. This stream and the destruction of
An
L'Manberg
official
is
Jack
a
Ride.
real
Hello
turning point for
everyone.
Nikki.
We're
Not
watching
only does Wilbur blow up
we're watching Near to Dream SMP character analysis right now from Kinda Carl. I haven't seen it yet, but it's very interesting because it kind of like because it basically just gives us like all the backstory that Nikki right now has, and I really like it.
Manberg after she believed that he wouldn't, but then he's killed by Filza. She loses her home and her best friend in one day. This is the second time that Nikki's whole world has changed in a single day, and for the rest of the stream, Nikki continues to ask what they will do about Wilbur and where he is, seeming to hope that he still might be there, but no one gives her a real answer or seems to care.
Yeah.
What are we gonna do with Will?
Let him rot.
Let him.
You betrayed us.
Does anyone know
That's how
where he
Schlatt
is?
started it off, Tubbo. Let's,
The next major point for Nikki's character is during the Green Festival. In between the war and the Green Festival, Nikki has come to understand that Wilbur is dead, but when Fundy brings up Ghost Spur, she doesn't seem to quite believe him.
Does my character know about Ghost Spur? No, she knows Will's dead.
Oh, I think
'cause
between
Fanny
that,
told
I
her,
think
and-
that's what I think they forgot a part between that because that was already when Tommy got what is it called? Isolated? I don't know, when Tommy wasn't allowed in the city anymore. Because she and Puffy, Nikki and Puffy, exiled, exactly, when he got exiled. Because Puffy and Nikki were, while they were building the flower shop on their date, they saw Rambo and Tommy burn down George's house and like destroy George's house, and that was the reason why Dream built the wall, which Nikki also saw. So like Dream even asked Nikki where L'Manberg ends to show her, hey, I'm building a wall, and that is Tommy's fault because Tommy burnt down George's house. And then the day later, when they went on trial, Nikki got ignored. Like her and Puffy's side, just ignored. They didn't even listen to them, even though the two of them were the two people that saw it like firsthand. And that's also a very important part of Nikki's lore, where she realizes no one even listens to her. Like, you know, that's also a very, very important part of it. She's heard about Ghost Spur from Fundy, but she doesn't believe that Ghost Spur is real. Like, she thinks that it's just a thing that Fundy's imagination is doing to cope with the fact that his father is dead.
During the festival, Nikki gets talked over many times and seems quite annoyed by this.
Do we really want to?
I am excited. I am so excited. And I totally didn't make this game like 10 minutes before the festival started at all.
Yeah.
Dream then comes up and tells them that L'Manberg will be destroyed the next day, and Tommy rallies everyone together to fight against Dream. But Nikki isn't having it and goes on a rant against Tommy, blaming him for all that has happened.
You've got to bring everything
Tommy,
you've
you
got.
just destroyed a
Listen,
whole
it's
community
easy.
house,
Listen,
and you're expecting us to
seriously,
join.
like Tommy said earlier.
Nikki,
Like Tommy
please
said
look at
earlier.
me.
Now
Trust
it's
me.
L'Manberg.
It's all your fault. You burned George's house, blamed it on
What?
someone
Nikki,
else, and now you're
Nikki,
blown
what
up
was it?
the
Oh yeah! Tommy blamed burning down George's house on Nikki. That also happened. So like again, so I think that was the point where Nikki's character was like, okay, Wilbur's gone, but Tommy is here, and Tommy is putting blame on Nikki, which is the last thing that he should have done in that moment, because that made her be like, oh, okay, you were like, that made her that made Tommy be an object of permanence in her life, because before that he was like, you know, they were in the same nation, they were friends, he was a lot with Wilbur, and obviously Wilbur was like a very important part in Niki's life, and then he was gone, and then she was kind of like lost. She was like, what do I do? Who is on my side? Who can I trust? Stuff like that. And then Tommy comes into her life, and he's like, yeah, Niki did that. But Niki saw that Tommy did that. So Niki was like, oh, okay, you want to play this game? Well, I guess I'm going to play this game with you. And that, I think, like, that is the reason. Why do I say I think? That I literally, like, I play this character. But, like, yeah. Just so you have...
The rest of the crowd dismisses her doubt, and Fundy tells her that they need to work together regardless of their feelings about Tommy.
It's literally us against them. That's literally it. Now they take L'Manberg. In a week or so, they could take everything they have. They're the two most powerful people, and right now, we need everyone on our side. It's us versus them.
After being dismissed and unheard by everyone, inclinging Fundy, the person
Cookies in the back is so distracting. Do you guys remember? I don't know if you guys remember that. Do you guys remember the stream where, like, that stream where Tommy blew up the community house, and everyone was looking at Tommy in the pit, and then Quackity was just standing at the side, just naked? It was so funny. That was so funny. I don't know if you guys remember that. It was so funny.
Exists, Tommy will be around.
But Tommy will be around.
Yes,
Tommy
yeah.
will still be around, and Tommy will still go around and destroy everything and take everything.
As she said earlier.
And he is the person I fought for. He is the person I did this for. I don't even know why I'm doing this anymore.
She fought for L'Manberg for Wilbur, and now that he's gone, why would she fight? After this stream, she talks to her chat about her character and says,
so obviously she lost so much, and everyone left her and betrayed her in her eyes. So she now doesn't trust them anymore. The frown, yeah, the frown.
It's easy to see why her character would feel this way. She feels betrayed by Wilbur and now Fundy. She has had her stuff taken multiple times by multiple different people. She feels like her worries and fears are often overlooked by others. First by Wilbur when she was stuck in Manberg, and now by everyone as they rally around Tommy, who has continuously destroyed the property of others.
I love you.
Of course her character would feel frustrated and alone. It is these two emotions that I believe lead to her next actions. On Doomsday, she talks to Rambo and apologizes for screaming at him about how he picked a side the day before.
And I defended you, Rambo. And I defended you.
What?
And what are you doing now?
Actually,
you're pretending to be on Tabo's side, and then you just walk to the enemy. I want to apologize to you, Rambo. I screamed at you, and I didn't mean to scream at you.
Even when she doesn't agree with someone, she still wants to treat them with respect. Then she asks Rambo if she should fight.
Rambo, I will. If you think that we should fight for L'Manberg.
Ooh, guys, prepare, guys. It's almost time. It's almost time for the famous scene.
But the thing is, if we don't fight with them,
Arsene,
we're showing them that we never cared about them.
He tells Niki that they should fight with them to show that they care, and Niki is apprehensive, but agrees to fight. However, she later decides that she can't fight.
I don't want to fight for these people.
She almost goes off to leave, but then decides that L'Manberg needs to burn. She starts setting off TNT, burning the Prime Path, and finally burning the L'Man tree. She states,
"Now, L'Manberg lays in shambles. But this time, it's not the government. This time, it is a lesson that every single one of them had to learn."
Then, Ghostbur logs onto the server.
Jesus weather.
Ghostbur!
This be an annoying Bill.
This cannot be.
It's got such annoying movement, hold on.
I didn't bring my bow.
I kind of regret not muting there, because you can only hear Phil and Techno and stuff talk in the background, because I was like, I don't want to just mute, you know. I muted, but I didn't deafen.
Oh, no.
Hi. Aaron, are we friends? How do you feel about the government, Aaron?
He is dead.
Niki starts having a breakdown, saying that he is dead. She thinks the memories of Wilbur's final death are coming back to her because L'Manberg is exploding once again. She keeps saying,
He left me. He left me. Wilbur left me. He died.
And it seems that the feelings she has repressed since Wilbur's death, and even those from when he left her alone in Manburg, have come flooding back, and that it's just too much for her. Nikki keeps repeating that she needs to get rid of the memories, and she goes and blows up her bakery.
I do because my house is like 2 minutes away.
That's true. Wait, your house is completely untouched.
Your house is fine.
Your house property value has been completely preserved.
Her repressed memories and the hurt she has felt by those closest to her, seemingly the reason why she needed Lamambu.
God, I miss my bakery.
I find it interesting that Nikki started off the Doomsday stream by apologizing to Rambu, because in this stream, her character becomes almost a foil to Rambu's character. Rambu always feels held back by his memory loss and believes that if he could just remember, then life would be easier. He also wants everyone to be his friend and trust him, and that's why he fights alongside Lamamberg on Doomsday, because he has more friends on that side. Nikki, on the other hand, feels like her memories are the issue. She can remember every time someone has hurt her, and the pain has gotten too much for her to bear. That's why she helps destroy Lamamberg, because she believes that if Lamamberg is gone, then her memories of all that has happened to her will be gone too. She also chooses not to fight with Lamamberg due to her lack of trust with everyone. The two of them even have their own place to go when the SMP gets to be too much for them. Rambu has his panic room, and Nikki has her secret city. They are both wounded from their knowledge of the past, or lack of it respectively, and it will be interesting to see if the lack of memories and blind trust, or painful memories and lack of trust, are better for dealing with the problems of the SMP in the future. After Doomsday is over, Nikki talks to Jack, and they both agree that they are overlooked and mistreated by others on the server, especially Tommy.
We both have been ignored by all of them all the time. We walked behind them slowly and carefully and quietly because they will ignore us all the time, but we want to be part. We're like little puppies, aren't we? We're like little puppies, just walking and walking, trying to follow them. But they're never.
I don't even know what to say much about. Like, I don't have much to say about it. This is really good. This is very true, very good.
But instead use
I like it a
lose
lot.
it.
You know what's the thing about these people? What's the difference between these people and us? When we lose something, we lost it, and we grieve it, and it will be a part of us. When they lose something, they move on and they find something else. They use everything they have. They use it. They don't care about it. They just use it.
It is interesting that she says this because she herself is.
Character on Twitter using Dear Friend as a guide, not.
Ooh.
Will you ever explain the lore behind Dear Friend?
Will I ever explain the lore behind Dear Friend? Ooh. Are you guys interested in that? Are you guys interested in the lore behind Dear Friend? I think I've never really told you who the friend is, right? We can do that. We can do that.
Is trying to push past her grief and not think about it, which is exactly what she.
Do I want to tell you, or do I want to leave you and like, ooh, who is it? Who is the dear friend? Tell us. Okay, I'll tell you after the video. I'll tell you after the video chat.
Nikki and Jack plan to get
I'll tell you after the
inside.
video.
That's the good thing, Jack. We can operate in bright daylight and still will operate from the shadows.
And no one cares.
Exactly! No one will care until it's too late!
This is also ironic because the main driver of most of the conflicts in Lamamberg were revenge.
I like my hair so much better now, guys.
What she swore to fight against. Jack and Nikki then decide to target Tommy first because they see him as the main instigator of conflicts on the SMP. They plan to blow him up in Tubbo's nuclear test so that it looks like an accident.
We need to get Tommy out to the coordinates at the exact time.
Mm-hmm.
And then me and Tubbo will fire the nukes.
Oh.
A few days later, Nikki shows off her new villain skin and says,
You changed your skin.
Yeah, my hair color changed.
Is that like a sweater or a cape or?
Canonically, I'm canonically still wearing Wilbur's hood, but I changed my skin. But I'm
even though she
canonically
keeps saying
still
he is
wearing
dead and
my
wants
hood.
to forget Lamamberg, she is still keeping
Just so
her
you know.
ties to Wilbur, even though she was hurt by him leaving and dying. She visits H-Bomb, who tells her that he is leaving because people just steal his things without asking or even knowing that it's his stuff in the first place.
And every day I come on here, I found out that more and more people steal my
show you
stuff,
something.
and
I wanna
people
show you
apparently
something.
don't even know that it's my
I'm gonna
stuff.
show you something.
They think they're taking from merit.
Look, it's H-Bomb and me. I have it as my background.
What I'm doing on the server.
H-Bomb and me.
I I see.
Similar to Nikki, H feels like everyone ignores him.
It's from
Nikki
the
helps him
animatic.
try
I
and
can't
make
show it because of DMCA, but I've retweeted it on my Twitter. It's my favorite animatic, like my favorite Nihachu animatic. So if you want to watch it, it's
so
on
that
my
she will
Twitter.
still know where he is.
Is there any other way that we can keep in contact? Because I cannot just let you leave. I understand that you want to leave, and that is totally fine, but I cannot just let you leave without anything.
Well, why don't you come with me, and then you can come back to your place? Why don't you help me find a place to live?
This shows that Nikki still has some trust left. She trusts and cares about H-Bomb, and she is still wearing Wilbur's coat, so she trusts and cares about him too. She may want to forget everything, but she is still attached to people she cares about and those who have been kind to her. Later in that stream, Technoblade visits her secret library and asks her if she likes anarchy.
Anarchism. See, the governments of this world, they've been causing problems.
Guess where we are now, chat?
Again and again, time after time, someone forms a government.
This aged well. This aged so well.
And it's just suffering. People shouldn't have to fight in someone else's.
Oh, I saw this on Twitter today, and it was something really sweet. Like, I was obviously like, because I was trending, so I wanted to know what people were saying. And I saw this on Twitter earlier, and it was like someone was saying how like, oh, it's so sweet. Like, no, actually, I wanted to talk about this after the video anyways. I want to talk about like my future plans, and this has a lot to do with it anyways. So I'll just finish the video.
Right
Sorry.
now,
My brain's all over the place.
I'm not very happy about Tommy being around.
True.
She tells Techno that she will get back to him about his offer soon, and she tells her chat,
You know, I don't trust anyone. I don't know if I can trust Technoblade. But he seems like, you know, one of the most, I guess, hurt people by Tommy, because he did get betrayed by Tommy.
she doesn't trust Techno, but in the same way that she doesn't trust Jack and is working with him, she sees how her and Techno could have a common goal. A few weeks later, Jack and Nikki try to destroy Tommy with Tubbo's nuclear test. On the way to the test, Tommy is just flat out rude to Nikki quite a few times.
I've never met someone more dumb. Okay, where am I going? Let's go then.
Alright.
She stands her ground when he says these things, showing that she still has some inner strength and self-worth. Nikki starts getting really annoyed with him, but she keeps her cool in order to complete her mission.
I found the auto captions keep writing my name wrong every time, but differently.
If you guys had shown up literally 30 seconds earlier, this would be a very different day. Oh my god.
What does that mean?
Yeah,
You would have been blown up, Tommy.
Jack and Nikki are upset with their failure, but agree to find another way to rid the server of Tommy.
Okay, Jack, listen, we're gonna come up with something new. We
didn't even manage it with a nuclear bomb!
I know.
That means to be a defeatist here, Nikki, but this is
He's so confused. Is the real Nikki? I don't even know. I don't know.
After the failed attempt to destroy Tommy, Nikki has mostly stayed in her secret library. It's no longer a city because she doesn't trust anyone anymore, and her lack of trust is why she is staying in there alone. Her mental state is deteriorating, and she says her character has insomnia and night terrors.
She also can't sleep, and has night terrors and stuff like that. And to restrain herself at night, she has a chamber.
She's also building different biomes in her library, like an aquarium and a jungle, so that she doesn't have to go outside anymore. Out of character, she tells her chat that she wants to make the library look confusing and disorientating to match her character's current
I kind of still like that, but because I scratched the library thing, I don't have that anymore. But it fits my character, definitely. It's still the same thing.
In her home, in her base, I wanna show off that like everything is kind of going together and just confusing.
Nikki has lost everything on the server. Her closest friends, her belongings, her trust in people. It seems like she is locking herself up in her library to stop herself from being hurt by those around her. Her character is starting a villain arc and is in a decreasing mental state. As an audience, you can't help but feel for her struggles. I hope her character will learn to find trust in others again and begin to heal. It is clear that she still has some trust in people like H-Bomb, and even though she says she doesn't have trust in Jack and Techno, she must believe in them at least a little bit to be willing to work with them. She says that she has lost all hope for people, but she is putting her faith in some, and hopefully her character will find her trust in humanity again. I talked about the mental state of Nikki's character a lot in this video, and I just want to remind y'all that mental health is incredibly important. And if any of you are struggling and just need someone to talk to, please consider talking to a professional or calling your nation's crisis hotline.
Oh, 100%.
I've included the list of international crisis lines in the description of this video.
It's
Thank you all for
super sweet.
watching, and if you enjoyed the video, please feel free to like and subscribe, as as it really helps
I
out
did
creators
like
such as
it.
myself. I hope you all have a great day.
Ah, that was amazing. That was so good. I liked that a lot. That was amazing. All right, let me continue. Let me quickly continue the narrative. Tell you my thoughts on the future, what I want to do with the future, and then not completely. I'm not going to spoil or anything. And then tell you what happened to your friend, and then we're gonna go call Flowerface. So, after she like because her and Jack, because Jack kind of started to work with Tabo more, you know, and stuff like that, and she still likes Jack. She's still there for Jack. Jack and her are still, you know, but she kind of wants to like move away from that, you know, because Jack also reminds her of like wanting to kill Tommy and stuff like that, and she has realized that she doesn't really want to kill Tommy. Like Niki never really wanted to kill Tommy. Tommy never really like did anything that made Niki want to kill him. She was just angry and she didn't know what to do with her emotions. But Niki has been locked up or underground for weeks now, working on her underground city, which made her realize, which made her give her the opportunity to think. And she realized, I don't really want to kill Tommy. Like,
just got leaked and people are using it to find his location. So worried for him.
I'm sure. Wait, I mean, I can check up on him, but he's probably talking to people right now. Don't be worried. They know how to deal with that. I'll message Chapel afterwards. I'm sure he's talking to people right now. It's all alright. Don't worry. Don't worry too much. We as streamers go through some stuff sometimes. Anyways, this is not the place to discuss this right now. This is not the place to discuss it in ever. She realized she doesn't really want to kill Tommy. She's kind of just like, you know. But also at the same time, she's feeling huge regret for wanting to kill Tommy, because Tommy was her friend. Like, why would she want to kill her friend? You know, Tommy was her friend. He fought alongside many wars with her. He lived in the same nation as her. He was probably even closer to Wilbur than she was. And all of these things. So she was like, why do I want to kill him? Like, there's no reason. But then she was also like, everyone judges me. Everyone hates me now. They don't want me here. She hasn't talked to anyone, but that's her head telling her that. So that is why she moved out. She remembered Technoblade. Technoblade actually wants me there. He asked me to join the syndicate. So she was okay. So she was like, oh, well, he gave me this compass, which means he actually wants me there. Like, he gave me a compass to find him. So she went there. Obviously, that's what you saw today. She joined the syndicate, which I am so excited for. Because what I wanted to say, I saw on Twitter earlier a tweet of someone saying it's so sweet how Phil, Rambo, and Techno don't ignore Niki and let Niki talk. For one, I've realized that on stream today, and it was so weird. Do you ever get ignored so many times that when you don't, it's awkward and weird, and you don't really know what to say? Because that's what I went through on stream today. That's why I was so quiet. Because I was like, if I say something, and I'm actually gonna get hurt today. And that wasn't even in character. That was just normally, and I was like, oh, this is weird. What am I gonna do? But that's super sweet, and I'm super excited for that, and I'm super happy and grateful for that. And then also, I am so excited because I can finally give my character, Niki, the time to heal and the place to heal where she can still live out her hatred and all of these bad emotions that she went through, the trauma and like all of these bad emotions, but also have a safety net that she didn't have before, like on like, you know, with like the Dream SMP and the Manberg, where she was like, where everyone that she knew and that she trusted kind of just left, you know. So I am super excited to like give her the safety net to kind of heal and grow. And you know what, maybe she's gonna get back into baking. Maybe Niki's gonna start baking again, because she hasn't been baking ever since Schlatt got to power and she had to abandon her bakery and, you know, run away when she got imprisoned and like taxed. She stopped baking. So maybe Niki's gonna start baking again, which is super exciting and which I'm really excited for. And I finally want to give her like the opportunity to grow and the opportunity to be the person that she wants to be. So that's gonna be really cool. That's gonna be really, really amazing. Anyways, I've been letting Flowerface wait for 30 minutes now. So I'm gonna tell her I can call now. Because we're actually doing a music stream and an advice and Q&A stream today. But I wanted to talk about that because I had to end my stream super abruptly earlier. So yeah. Ready anytime? Alright, let's call her.
Interesting how DSMP Niki is a character defined by her feelings towards people, while many of the other characters are
Hello!
with ideals.
Hey, give me a second. I need to change my camera settings and then I will put you on screen.
Okay, cool.
How are you?
I'm good. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I'll make you a bit louder, but I think then I can hear you.
I have a very like DIY streamer setup right now, so.
that's totally fine. That's totally fine. Hello.
Hello.
All right. Cool. I think everything's good now. Cool.
Awesome.
Do you want to introduce yourself? Are you streaming yourself right now too?
Yeah, I have the Twitch stream open, so I'm watching it. But
Okay. Do you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, so I'm Flowerface. My name's Ruby. I make music. I just put out a new song yesterday called Kaleidoscope. If you want to listen to that.
Yeah, which we will listen to.
Yeah, there's the video for it and everything. But I'm so excited to be here. This is so much fun. I'm a little nervous. This is so many people.
Oh, no worries. I'm sure most of them have heard your music before, because I've played it on stream quite a few times.
Yeah,
so
everyone's so nice on Twitter when you talked about me coming on here. So.
Yeah, quiet. Why are you still quiet? My stream. No, my audio has been a bit messed up recently. I'm just gonna put everything up.
Okay. I can try to turn my inputs up all the way.
Alright, chat, how's this?
Am I okay?
I hope so.
Okay.
It's okay? Alright. Cool. What is your do you say your real name?
Ruby.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Ruby. That's a cool name. I think I just didn't realize that because I've never heard that as an actual name. That's really cool. I love that.
Yeah, so many people I talk to, I forget to tell them my actual name for so long after I start talking to them.
That's a cool name, though. I like that.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Oh, people are asking for your pronouns.
Oh, she, her.
Cool. Okay. I haven't written down any questions or like have like a I guess linear thing of how we're gonna do this. So I just decided we're just gonna jump in and decide from whatever, however we're feeling and everything. So yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Everyone's saying you're pretty. I agree. God, you're so pretty.
Thank you so much. You're so beautiful. I love your hair.
Thank you.
It's so nice.
I like your. Are those butterflies or flowers?
Oh, they're butterflies.
Oh, they're so cute. I love that. I love that. That's so cute.
Yeah, I have like 500 of them in a mug on my desk.
I love that. That's amazing. All right. Do we want to start off with showing your newest song so people like know your music and what you do?
Sure, yeah.
I think we can do that. All right, let me...
Do you want me to send you the video?
Yeah, I think that would be the best. I think that would be the easiest.
Okay, let me grab it.
Cool, cool.
It's gotten such a good response so far. I'm very excited.
I haven't listened to it yet because I wanted to give you the initial reaction.
It's very different from previous stuff, so I hope you still like it.
Ooh, I'm sure I will.
It's kind of a departure. Okay, here we go.
Alright. Cool, let's listen to it, chat. This might be too loud for me. So is this like on your new album?
No, it's actually, I mean, my new album is kind of still waiting. We're still waiting to figure out what we're going to do with it, but this is a song that I actually just made at home in my kind of quarantine studio, and I also made the video at home, so it's kind of just like me locked in my room, being a crazy person.
I like that. Your voice sounds so clean. It's crazy. I love that.
It's so funny when I record at home because it's always like my family in the background and me like whispering into the microphone.
I see.
With like my dog barking and all that
stuff. that's so funny. I like that song though.
Oh, thank you. Oh wow, the chat goes so fast. I'm trying to keep up. It's impossible.
Normally I just like pick out like certain things they say, or like when everyone's like, oh, this is cool, then I see like cool, okay, wow, those are like keywords that I see.
Pog.
Pog.
Can you tell me what Pog is? Because I forgot.
Pog is an emote that Twitch uses. It's basically like wow, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I've been wondering for a long time. I haven't gotten like a straight definition of it. So
oh, yeah, it's like very Twitch language. There's like a few things like weird champ. That's like just weird, you know.
A whole other language.
Yeah. Oh, I really like the video. Did you edit that yourself?
Yeah, I did. I filmed it all like in my room and my bathroom, and then edited it.
I love that. That's so cool. Wow.
Yeah, it was a lot of like staring at a screen for 12 hours straight every day, editing it.
Wow. It's so pretty.
Oh, thank you.
Wow.
I saw someone say the scream. So funny. I love the scream.
Did you do it yourself?
I did. That's actually going to be on the album too, because I recorded that in the studio on my first day of recording with like all these new people I'd never worked with before, and I had to scream, and so I was just in the vocal booth. I'm like, okay, ready, and I just like did that scream, and everyone was kind of like, oh, okay.
Oh wow.
So it is on the new album, but I also asked the audio engineer to send me the file of just the scream so that I could put it in other songs too, because I think it adds to it.
You could make it like a staple of like some of your songs.
I think most songs would benefit from like a long scream.
Yeah, that's amazing. I love that. Wow. Okay, I like that actually already gave me like a few questions that I would like to ask you.
For sure.
For example, the first question that I got into my mind, like, how do you write songs? Like what, like in what kind of headspace, or like what kind of preparation or anything do you do when you write a song? Because your lyrics are like very like personal, I'd say, like very deep, and like, you know, because I see the boys' names.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like sometimes, even if I set out to write about a specific person, it never ends up being entirely about one person.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like every song I write is about this creature that I've created, which is like a combination of every person I've ever loved and every person who's ever hurt me, all in this like one character that I hold in my heart, and then every song is about that character. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
it's like, it's more about like me and my feelings towards that, you know. Songwriting is hard, and I really can't force it. Even if I sit down for hours and try to write, it just usually doesn't happen. But then I'll go like months without writing, and then I'll sit down and write something in 10 minutes that I really love. And so, you know, it's fun when it does work, but when it doesn't work, it's really frustrating.
I see. That's so cool, though. I like the idea of the creature. That's really cool. Yeah. How did you get into music? Like, did you play instruments from like a young age, or?
Yeah, my parents put me in piano lessons when I was like 4 or 5. So I did classical piano basically my whole life. I actually used to teach piano to kids. And I started playing guitar when I was 16, so not that long ago. At that point, I'd already released an album, because I started releasing music online when I was 14 on Bandcamp. And it's really, don't go listen to it because it's not good. But
you can't tell me that.
I always wanted to delete it, but like I know that everyone would kill me if I did, because for some reason people like those songs like more than my recent songs. But yeah, I guess, you know, there's no inhibitions back then. But yeah, so what really got me into wanting to release it though was just going through Bandcamp. Like when I discovered Bandcamp and seeing all of these like DIY artists who were just releasing albums, I was like, wait, like that's something I could do. Because I was always a huge fan of music, and I would always go to concerts. My dad worked in radio, so we would always go to like tons of concerts and hang out with bands, and it just made me feel like, you know, I want to do that. I want to be that to people, like what these artists are to me.
I love that. That's so cool. Yeah. Wow. Cool. I've only been playing guitar for a year.
What guitar do you have? You said you got a new one, right?
Yeah, I got this one, the Lava to Me, because it looks like an iPhone. I already have.
That's so cute.
I already have like 3 or 4 guitars like in Berlin, so I needed an excuse to buy a new one, and I was like, this one it looks kind of cool. Like that's an excuse. So
I
yeah.
love it. Is it light pink or is it white?
Yeah, it's light pink. It's like my hair.
Okay, yeah. Oh, it's so cute. I love that. That's so different.
Yeah. It has like reverb and stuff, but it's not charged right now, but I can like change the reverb if it was charged.
Cool.
Yeah, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So what made you want to start playing guitar?
I had a guitar when I was younger, and I only played church songs because I was in like a Catholic school, and that kind of made me hate the guitar. So I stopped, and then I was like, no, actually that was pretty cool. I should pick it up again. And then a year ago I was like, you know what? This is the time. I never had money to buy a guitar, but through streaming I could afford a guitar, so yeah.
Honestly, I think that like hymns and church music is such good inspiration for songwriting.
Oh, really?
Because their chord progressions are always so dramatic and so emotional. And I also like went to church as a kid, and I like played piano for the church sometimes, and so learning those, I was like, I'm gonna steal that for my songs, because it's always like it's so emo, because they're all so emo about God and stuff, you know.
I see. I never looked at it that way. Maybe I should have looked at it that way. What was I thinking?
Go back through all your old songs and see if you can get some songwriting going from that.
Yeah, that's cool. I like that.
So how did you start streaming? I know nothing about like this whole world, so it's really interesting to me how it works. Like seeing your streams, it's like you're the first person I've watched on Twitch or anything. So
I started streaming because I was always into video games growing up, and I knew what streaming was and everything, but I was never like, oh, I want to do that. But I used to be a dancer, and then I had operations which made me unable to walk for almost a year. So I decided I can't really do anything, and all I do is sit on my PC and play video games anyways, so why not stream it? You know, why not do something feel more productive with it?
Right.
And then people actually came into my stream and they enjoyed it, so I was like, wow, I can make people happy by just being myself. That's amazing. So now I'm here.
Yeah, and like so many people love it. It's such a huge culture now. I feel like it's pretty recent, right? Like the past few years that it's really blown up.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. I mean, I feel like like there's always been like big streamers, but definitely like the past few years, and especially through COVID, it's gotten so much bigger.
Yeah, because it's all people can do. We just live on our screens.
Yeah. Just have a stream in the background.
Yeah, my little brother Ben is really into the streamers too. I don't know if he watches stuff on Twitch. I know that he watches a lot on YouTube.
Oh, I see.
Because he was really into Minecraft and
Does
stuff
he know
too.
Tommy in it?
I can ask him later.
Yeah, ask him if he knows Tommy in it, because Tommy's a friend of mine, and he recently like blew up and got huge, and like I feel like if you add like I wouldn't say like children who like Minecraft watch him, but like a lot of like young people who watch Minecraft will know at least of Tommy in it. So yeah.
Okay, I'll ask him later. He'd be really excited about that. He was really excited about this. He's probably watching, or he's gonna watch later.
Ah, well, hello. That's cool. Yeah, I was thinking, should we just like do a Q&A of each other, or should we do an advice stream? Because I think you really like the advice stream, right? So we could do that. Chat, if you need advice.
We're experts, obviously.
Look at us. We're experts. Everyone's just spamming Tommy for a bit. Like it's gonna calm down a bit.
Everyone's gonna listen to my music and be like, "This girl knows nothing about good, healthy relationships. Like, she can't give me advice."
Don't worry.
Listening to me like crying on camera, I'm not gonna tell you what to do. But yeah, any advice questions, any Q&A in general, any kind of thing.
Yeah, like anything, any questions you have, chat at us about advice, about singing and songwriting or streaming, or do you do anything outside of music?
Yeah, I'm actually gonna graduate from a visual arts undergrad soon in May or June.
Ooh, that's cool.
So I've been doing that. So I've kind of been like part-time music, part-time school for the past 5 years.
How is
cool.
that?
It gives me some. It's good. It gives me some balance, I think, because I don't know. People always ask why I don't go to school for music. I'm like, I would never want to play music if I went to school for it.
Yeah.
Like it would just be way too much. But because I do all my videos and cover art and stuff like that too, so it's helpful to do visual art on the side, kind of.
I like
it all
that.
together, but yeah, some balance.
That's
But
why
yeah,
your
that's basically
video
it.
looked so good, cause you study that. That's cool.
Yeah, that's like my other favorite thing is video editing and stuff.
Mhm.
I'm trying to like read questions from the chat, but it moves so fast.
You can if you hover over with your mouse, you can stop it for a bit.
Oh really? Okay.
Yeah. In case like a question jumps into your eye and you want to read it. Okay, someone said, "Hi Nikki and Flower. I just got much needed diagnosis for adult ADHD. Do you have any advice on changing the way you see yourself based on learning something new?" Any advice on changing the way you see yourself based on learning something new? I don't quite understand the question.
Like kind of like how to move forward, realizing something about yourself that you didn't know for the whole first part of your life.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. I mean, that's good. That means that you're growing. Honestly,
Yeah,
it's a very natural process to change and to learn more as you grow. Definitely. I look back even a year ago and I'm like, why was I like that? So, that's it's very good. It's very natural.
Yeah, I look at myself 5 minutes ago. I'm like, why did I say that?
Yeah, exactly. We're all still growing. We're all still learning.
Yeah. I think like even if it's, a difficult thing to deal with and it's going to like cause some obstacles in your life, I think that learning about yourself is always a good thing because it's good to know yourself as thoroughly and completely as you can, right?
Definitely. And I think they wanted to base it off of adult ADHD. Honestly, it's like good that you know that now, like you don't have to feel ashamed or bad about that because now you know why you act or feel a certain way that you maybe couldn't explain to yourself, or that you didn't know, because now you can actually like deal with it. You don't have to deal with it, but like, you know, now you actually know, and now you understand maybe some things better about yourself.
Yeah, and some things will become easier because you'll know how to cope with them in a better way, or how to change the way you learn and focus and all that.
Exactly. I'm a minor and I want to start streaming. Nikki, what was your first setup when streaming? I don't even remember. I'm gonna be honest with you. People always ask me like, oh, what's your setup, Nikki? Oh, what's your camera? What's your microphone? You don't need the most expensive stuff. I can tell you, my camera is sitting on a Wilbur Soot U2s right now, which is like just like a box. It's sitting on a box right now. That's what my camera is sitting on. And my ring light is hanging around that because I couldn't afford, or like, I could afford a tripod, but I just couldn't bother with it, you know? So you don't need the most expensive stuff. Techno and Will, who are very big streamers, have been streaming with one monitor for most of their career. They only now got a second monitor. So like, you don't need the most expensive stuff. A good microphone is important, and maybe a webcam if you like want to stream with facecam, and a computer that can handle it. But other than that, you don't need fancy stuff right off the start. So yeah, that's what I can say.
I saw someone ask how to start releasing songs, or how to have the confidence to do that. And anytime anyone asks this question, I'm like, just do it. Like, even if they suck, just release them. Because like I was saying, I started releasing stuff when I was 14, and it's really bad, but I did it, and that's what got me to the point where I am today, where I have people actually listening. Like, unless you know, have connections or a lot of money, it's really hard to get anywhere in the music industry. It takes a long time, and I mean, I've been working at this for 7 years now. But I'm so glad that I started when I did, even if it wasn't, you know, even if the songs weren't great and the recordings weren't great quality, because I started there, I was able to get here at this point in my life. So honestly, just do it. As soon as you have some songs, put them out there. It'll give you the confidence to keep going and writing more.
Yeah, 100%. And what I know, because I'm friends with like a few musicians, and I can tell you, like, with every artist out there, they will never be 100% happy with the music that they release. Like, it is like, because it is something so personal, and you are putting out something so personal, and something like a piece of yourself that you worked on. You know, it's, you know, it's always like with every kind of art, or with everything that is personal to you, it's always hard to put that out there and to give people the option to I guess like criticize it. But yeah, like I can definitely understand what you said with like, just put it out. It gives you the confidence even if it's not good.
Right. It's hard to put a piece of yourself out into the world, and I think that the thing with art, any kind of art, is that as soon as it's out there, as soon as anyone other than yourself hears it, it's not yours anymore, because they're going to interpret it the way they interpret it, and you can't control that. And that's like a really difficult thing. It's hard to let go of it, but I think that it's a really beautiful thing, because there can be 100 different people who have 100 different meanings ascribed to your music or your art or whatever. So it's hard to accept that once you let it go, it's going to change, and it's not going to be seen necessarily the way you want it to be seen.
Mm-hmm.
But once you accept that, you know, it's a really nice thing. It's a fun thing to hear what people think. I always have fun, like, when people come up with different meanings for my songs, even if they're like very out of left field and not at all what I was talking about.
Aww. Wait, I actually have a question at you, because a friend of mine who released like a pretty old album of his that he wrote a few years ago, he released it, and then he completely like distanced himself from it and was like, I don't really feel those emotions anymore, like those words don't apply to me anymore, but I know that somewhere out there people obviously have emotions towards it and feel towards it, and think it's important. Do you have that sometimes, where you like, you put something out and then you completely like distance yourself from it, and you're like, that doesn't really mean anything to me anymore?
Yeah, I mean, everything means something, I guess, but I don't listen to anything other than what I've written like this year, because it's like painful, because of that thing, like nothing's ever finished, right? You'll never ever be completely happy. And so if I listen to a song that I released 3 years ago, I'm like, oh my god, why did I release this? Why didn't I do this and this and this? So
I could have changed that.
Yeah, I do distance myself a bit, I think, because if I didn't, I would go completely insane. But
I see. No, I get that. I do get that. That's okay. I got a few donations. Any advice on how to find yourself? I've been struggling with pronouns and sexuality. Yeah. What I always say about that is that people rush themselves way too quickly into who do I have to love? Who do I have to be? Who do I want to love? Who do I want to be? And it's like, you don't have to know. You don't ever have to know. And even if you change, if you think you know and then you realize you don't, it doesn't matter, because you have all the time that you need, because who cares, you know? Just if you have a crush on that girl next door, you have a crush on that girl next door. If you have a crush on that cute guy at the bookstore, you have a crush on that cute guy at the bookstore. You can have both. You can have a crush on no one, you know? It doesn't matter, because it's your own life and you don't have to put a label on it. Like, you know, just like whoever you are, be whoever you want to be, and give yourself the time that you need, I'd say. Yeah,
you're so right about that.
Yeah.
I feel the same. I think that, like, no one needs to put themselves in a box, you know? I know labels are helpful for some people, obviously, but I think it's such a fluid thing, like sexuality and gender and all of that. Like, I mean, I feel different every single day, you know? I can never put a real label on myself, because I don't know how I'm going to feel in a year. I don't know how I'm going to feel in, like, 30 years. So I think, you're totally right. Just, like, you know, love
go
whoever
with
you,
it.
like, be open to any kind of love, you know? Like, if you fall in love with someone and you don't think that fits your sexuality how you saw it before, don't close yourself off to that just because it's, like, something new and something scary, because, you know, things change, feelings change.
Definitely. And it's always okay, like, it's always okay to experiment, you know? If you think, hey, I might be into women, but I am a woman, then tell that woman that you don't know, but you know you might try. If they're like, oh, you know, like, I don't want you to try anything with me, then you're like, okay, guess I gotta ask someone else. But it's always okay to, like, experiment, and to, you know, you don't have to feel bad about wanting to experiment and wanting to, like, you know, touch those waters that you maybe, you know, never saw because your parents never taught you anything about that, or you never had any friends that felt that way. But, like, it's not, you know, it shouldn't be something bad, but you also should understand that some people just feel uncomfortable with that. But just, you know, don't.
So if you're a girl and you think you might like girls, find a girl who consents to making out with you, and then try it, and then see how you feel.
Exactly. 100%.
That's the right way to do it.
Yeah, definitely.
My expert advice. Someone asked what's our favorite animal. What's yours?
Elephants.
Oh, really? I love that.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
What about
Mine
you?
is sloths.
Sloths! Oh, I love them. They're amazing. If I was an animal, I want to be a sloth.
You'd be a sloth?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so relaxing. I have, like, way too many. I have, like, 13 stuffed sloths or something in my room. It's really terrible.
Oh, I love that. That's amazing.
Yeah, it's an obsession, I guess.
Oh, that's cool. I really like that.
Someone said sloths are creepy. No.
What?
No.
They're not creepy. You just have been looking at the wrong sloths.
Yeah,
like, you know. Cute. Yeah.
Actually, a funny story about sloths. So, when I was in the hospital for a while after a surgery, and my boyfriend at the time got me this stuffed sloth who's, like, my number one stuffed sloth. I still take him with me whenever I'm, you know, doing something difficult. And there's a nurse, and she was like, oh, that's so sweet, like, your boyfriend got that for you? And I'm like, yeah. She's like, why didn't he get you, like, a teddy bear or something? Like, why a sloth? And I was like, well, he said I look like a sloth. She's like, oh my god, that's so rude. I'm like, what? No, I thought it was a really sweet compliment. But she was so shocked. She was like, dump him, girl.
Oh my god. That's so funny. What?
Oh, I just saw my brother. Hi, Ben.
Oh, hi, Ben.
I looked over at the chat and happened to see him.
Aww. Aww. I got some more donations. Let me see. I think I'm sorry for every donation I've been missing, by the way, for the advice. Hey, I want to say I've been trying to be more positive in how I see myself, but I can't. Any advice?
That's hard.
It is very hard, yeah. Like, you know, I can tell you that it is normal to criticize oneself, and it is healthy to criticize oneself in a healthy manner. You have to live with yourself. That's what you need to remember. Like, in the end, it will always be you. So you should, which is easier said than done, you should see yourself the way that you see other people. Because in the end, you're just another person. Like, what always helped me, but what can seem very rude, is what makes you so different from everyone else? Why do you have to be like, why do you have to treat yourself like so rudely, but everyone else not? Like, you know, what makes you so special? That's kind of what I go with. It's like, why do I have to give myself the special treatment of, oh, Nikki, you suck, but everyone else doesn't, you know?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like you're so much more critical of things in yourself that you don't even notice in other people, you know, even like little insecurities. Like, you would never notice that about someone, but to you it seems like the biggest thing in the world, right?
Yeah.
My advice is find something that you're good at and that you love to do. You don't even have to be that good at it. Just something that you love to do, like some form of art, sports, running, like anything like that. And just do that, because every time you do that, you're going to feel great. And so, like, hold on to those moments, right? Because give yourself as many of those great feeling moments as you can. And then over time, you know, you'll start to feel better.
Very true. I started working out and that helped a lot. Oh, do you guys want to have a trigger warning in my chat? Wait, let me give me a second, chat. I'll put a trigger warning in here. Oh, it already is. Okay. Thank you, mods. Yeah, because it's hard topics and people.
Oh yeah,
obviously.
Of course.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, I was working out before quarantine first happened, and now I don't even think I know how to walk anymore. It's been so bad.
Same. Like, I started working out again recently, because when quarantine started, I went to the gym like almost every day, and then quarantine started and I did nothing, and then recently I started working out again, and going back to working out, I was like, how do I even use a treadmill? Like, how?
Yeah.
What? Like, yeah.
Before quarantine, I would like go to the gym late at night, and I would listen to a podcast and go on the Stairmaster for like 2 hours. And now I can't even climb up the stairs in my house. Like,
the Stairmaster always killed me. I couldn't do it more than 5 minutes.
I don't know why I love the Stairmaster. Like, I don't know, treadmills are stressful for me. Something about the constant upward motion, you know? It's like a metaphor for something.
I see. I always did the cross trainer. I only recently, because my housemate has a treadmill, that's the first time I actually used a treadmill, but I always went on a cross trainer.
What's that? I don't even.
That's like the thing with the pedals, and you also use your hands.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, I used to do that.
Yeah, I don't think I have enough balance for that.
No, I get that.
Oh, someone said, I think I might be in love with my best friend, but I can't figure out the difference between platonic and romantic relationship.
Ooh.
That's a hard one. I feel that. I'm in love with all my friends. And it's like, I think any kind of love is just so beautiful. So you just have to figure out what you want, you know? I don't think that, like, relationships are necessarily more significant than friendships. You know, like, you can have the same intense amount of love for someone. What's the real difference between a relationship and a friendship, right? Is it just, like, physically intimate things, or, like, you know?
True.
I think you just have to figure out, like, exactly what you want and if they want the same things. But friend love is beautiful. I love all my friends more than I've loved any of my boyfriends.
Yeah. Especially towards the end.
Yeah, oh, definitely.
Yeah.
I'm not writing angry songs about my friends, that's for sure.
True. No, I agree. And yeah, that's a really hard one. I think especially now in a time of COVID where we all are significantly lonelier, it is even harder to decide between, oh, do I want a platonic relationship or do I want a romantic relationship? But I think what Ruby already said is like, try to figure out what you really want. Like, give yourself time. Again, give yourself time. They are your best friends, so they shouldn't be running away anytime soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like what you were saying earlier with like the sexuality and gender question, where like you don't need to put a label on everything. You don't need to think like, okay, it's either a friendship or it's a romantic relationship. You can think like, okay, here are the things that I love about our relationship. Here are the things that like maybe I would want to change or add to our relationship.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't need to be defined in any specific way. Like, it doesn't need to be like, we are now like dating, we are now in a romantic relationship. But
very true. Mm-hmm.
Advice on toxic friends.
Cut them off.
Do you have any?
Cut them off. You don't want to be friends with them because they will make you toxic. Easy. You don't need them. I know it's hard. It's easier said than done because they are your friends and you think, oh, I will never find anyone better. Or, oh, we've been friends for so long. We've been sharing all of these things together. Cut them off. You'll find someone better. If they don't fit you, then it's not meant to be. Easy. And it will not make you happy and it will not make the person around you happy. The people around you. So, yeah.
Absolutely. I agree.
Yeah. I mean, you can always try to talk to them, be like, hey, that kind of bothers me. But what I have learned with, like, past relationships with people that, like, it doesn't even have to be, like, they don't have to be toxic people. It's just the relationship between me and them just was toxic because we weren't compatible. And what I've learned with that is it's better to just part ways, You don't have to hold any grudges against each other or be angry at each other. Just realize that maybe the relationship between you and that person just doesn't fit because you are fundamentally different people with different beliefs and different habits and stuff like that.
Very true.
Yeah.
Somebody earlier asked, and I forgot about it, they asked how do bar chords work? And I just want to say,
how do bar chords work?
I've been playing guitar for I was 15. How old am I now? I'm turning 23 in a few days. So oh my god, 15 was 8 years ago. So I've been playing guitar for like 7 or 8 years. And I still don't know how to play bar chords. And I know, I like capo everything and play the same like 3 chord shapes because I don't know what is wrong with my fingers or if I'm just like, if I learn to hold the guitar in the wrong way, but I can't do it.
Me neither.
It's impossible.
I've tried. So I'm trying. I swear. I'm like practicing and I'm like leaning my finger against the bar and then like doing stuff and it's like it just sounds not good and I'm like what is going on? What is this wrong? What am I doing? It's I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. There must be some kind of secret that, they're just missing somehow, but
yeah.
I just somehow in the past 8 years haven't thought to try to figure it out.
That gives me so much hope. Because I've been struggling. I've been like, because I know, all I know is like the basic open chords. And I've been like trying to learn like more diverse chords and like bar chords. And it's a disaster. I'm telling you, it's a disaster.
Do you have small hands?
I would say fairly.
Someone in the chat said you have to have bigger hands. I have like long fingers from playing piano, but I still can't do it.
Yeah, it doesn't really like people say like, oh, when you have small hands you struggle, but I feel like that's more of like a cop out, you know, because there's people with small hands who play guitar amazingly. So, yeah. Ask Wilbur. Wilbur will give you the same answer of small hands don't matter. It's the same thing. Wilbur is a friend of mine.
Someone's another streamer?
Yeah, who does music.
Oh,
so,
cool.
Yeah.
Someone else said it's all in the wrist. So, I don't know, maybe we just have weak.
I think what it is. I think what it is because I've tried to look up stuff, and it's like because whenever I do stuff, I have my fingers very close to the neck. I think what you have to do is like have it like further, and I just don't.
Yeah. I'm the same way. Do you play like the low string with your thumb?
Like this one?
Yeah. Do you
no,
ever do
I
that?
can't because my fingers aren't too like big enough. Like I would have to hold it like this.
I do that. I think like I just learned to hold it wrong because I really like can't do that other way of holding it to do the bar chords. So I guess it'll just never happen. That's fine.
That's okay. Your music still sounds amazing, you know?
Oh, thank you. So you can be like me. You don't have to learn how to play bar chords in order to make music.
True. So true.
In order to be my best friend called me an F-list celebrity.
An F-list celebrity?
In order to be an F-list celebrity.
Let's go.
Semi-successful musician.
You don't need bar chords. That's very relieving. Do you wanna like show me how to play? Cause I asked Ruby to teach me my favorite song of hers. Do you want to sing it first, and then you can show me? Are you ready?
Okay.
Are you ready?
I guess I'm somewhat ready. Let me know if it's coming through okay.
Yeah, it is. It's called Hangman Hands, guys.
Yes. I was like struggling with my mic settings for a while. Earlier, but I think I figured it out.
It sounds good. Like it's coming through.
Okay, cool.
Oh, I think once you sing, it's gonna come through. Cause it does cut off.
It cuts out?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me know if it works.
Okay. Oh, there. Oh, no, I think it cuts out.
Does it cut out? Oh my god,
Yeah.
oh no. I have to do it a cappella. Just kidding, not gonna do that.
Did you lower your gain? Like, in your settings, did you lower that? If you go to your... Oh, I don't want to leak anything. Wait, let me... If you go to the little user settings, like the little wheel.
Yes.
And then you go to voice and video, you have the input sensitivity. And you have to put that, there's like a little tick that says automatically determine input sensitivity, and you have to turn that off, and then you can kind of move it around. Yeah, turn it off.
Okay.
And you can kind of turn it around.
So should I turn it down or up?
Turn it down.
Okay. How's this?
That sounds good. Yeah, it works now.
Okay, cool. Figured out our technical difficulties.
Yeah. Oh, I'm so excited.
Take 2. Never thought that you'd teach me to walk away. Said I love you so much, baby, won't you stay? So it goes, 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 so it always goes. So it goes, 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 so it always goes. I went down to the river to wash away the things I've done. All the names I traced into my
talk about the meaning of the song?
Sure. This one's interesting. This was inspired by Macbeth. And I mean, like, not fully, but the title Hangman Hands actually comes from a line in Macbeth. So I saw that play in Stratford, Ontario, not in the UK. And that line just really stuck out to me. It's about after he, you know, kills and has blood all over his hands and by hangman hands, right? So that line comes from there. But I think overall it's sort of about someone marking you and the fact that you can't get the blood off your hands or get their, you know, hands off of you. So it's kind of about like being stuck to someone even a long time after they're gone, where you can't kind of like unwind yourself from that.
Oh, I love that.
Thank you. Yeah, it's been a while since I wrote that one.
It's still my favorite. I love it.
Oh, I'm so glad.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna teach it to you. Are you in standard?
Yeah, I am.
Okay, cool.
Alright. Oh, if you turn the gain a little bit higher now, because I can hear myself a little bit.
For sure.
That is so... I think that's good. I think that's fine.
Okay. Cool.
Should be good.
Okay. I don't know how to teach guitar, so this is going to be a first for me.
Okay, just show me what you do, and I try to mimic it.
Okay, so
I'm also not a fingerstyle player. I don't know why I chose this one. I don't play fingerstyle.
It's yeah. This one's kind of like, it's not like the easiest pattern, but it's the same the whole way through. Like the pattern itself doesn't change, so that makes it a little easier. So it starts in A minor. Are you capoed up to standard, or are you?
Is it a 2?
If you're tuned to standard, then you can just take the capo off and
yeah, I am tuned to standard. Okay,
yeah.
so it is.
Yeah, there we go.
All right,
it's the same. Okay, so I'm gonna like hold this up. I don't know if it's gonna be backwards for you. So you're gonna start with your thumb is gonna be on the second lowest string. And then the next 3 fingers, 2, 3, 4, are just on the next. So you're just using like the middle strings. The only strings you're not using are the lowest and the highest.
Okay.
And so you're gonna start with your thumb, and then you play all the rest of the strings together. So 2, 3, 4 at the same time. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then it's 3, 2, 3. So.
3. No. Or is it the lower? 3.
So it's your middle finger, index, middle. You had the first note, right? But go down instead. Lower note. So second finger. Yeah. Yeah,
okay.
Perfect.
So
it's just...
Oh, my nails need... No.
Yeah.
Okay.
Got the basics down.
Okay. It will take practice. I will not be able to play the full song tonight, but I will.
I was expecting you to do a full cover.
Oh gosh.
Do you sing? I meant to ask you.
I know a few songs, yeah. I sing a lot of Flat Sound on stream. I don't know if you know Flat Sound.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, they were one of the original, like, Bandcamp artists
that
I found, like, back before I started releasing music.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I really like Flat Sound.
So, well, I would be so honored if you ended up doing a cover of this one.
I will practice it so much until I probably will even start singing before I feel comfortable singing it on stream, and then I just sing that all the time, and I'd be like, she taught me that, she taught me that.
So excited for that. Okay, so now that we have that down, it just kind of repeats over and over again.
Okay. I'm not a fingerstyle guitarist
No, it's
whatsoever.
okay. It's hard. It's hard.
Do you prefer fingerstyle or rhythm?
I prefer fingerstyle because I don't use a pick ever. And so when I strum, I'm strumming with my nail, and I never feel that it sounds that great, but I also just won't use a pick.
I
so I
see.
usually do, yeah, like finger picking.
I see. Okay. I definitely need to get used to it. If I do it slowly, I got it.
Yeah, this is the hardest part because then it's just changing the chord shapes basically because it's the same pattern throughout the song. And then, so then after that, you're gonna go down to E major, so just like all your fingers one lower.
Yeah. And then it's still the same?
It's the same except your thumb is gonna play the lowest string instead of the second.
Oh.
So.
Oh, no? Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Is that right? Am I in the right finger?
The chord shape is the same as A minor, but just all your fingers move.
It's one up. Oh, it's E. Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. Perfect, yeah.
Okay.
So it does that, and then it goes back to A minor, back to E minor again. So that's the whole. And then
is it
when
4? 1, 2, 3, 4, and then switch. Okay.
Yeah. And then the next part of the song is the pre-chorus. So when it's so it goes. So in that time you go to G major. And then it's the same as with the E, where you play the lowest string.
Ooh. Do I just do? I keep. No.
Yeah. You got it. It's hard.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
really not an easy song.
Yeah. Why did I choose that one? No, I like it. I like the song. That's why.
Yeah, once you get a hang of the pattern, it'll be easier. So does G. So it goes back to A minor, so back to the original shape.
Okay. I need to trim my nails. I keep like.
You have long nails?
I have like one long nail.
Oh, it's so hard with long nails.
Yeah. And then back to.
So there it goes. So it's the G and then the A minor. And then it goes back to G. And this time it goes down to E minor. So all you do is throw your middle finger down here and then keep playing the same pattern. So you're doing your G.
So G and then middle finger down.
Yeah. So and then play the same pattern. And then back to A minor.
Okay, so it's basically A minor, E major, G major, E minor? No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so it's A. Here, I'm gonna type the chords in our chat just so that
Okay.
you have them in front of you, just because I realized I should have done that. And then, so A minor, E, and then G, A minor, and then G, E minor, A minor. So that's what we've done so far. So like the G part is the pre-chorus.
Oh yeah, okay. So
and then after that, it's gonna go into the chorus.
Always goes, and then it's like, so G minor is so it goes, goes, and then A minor, so it always goes. So
Yeah.
it goes. Okay.
And then in the next line, it just goes to E minor, and the goes, goes. On the third goes. So it always back to A minor.
Oh, okay. So
yeah,
so
so I just
it
kind of add the E
always
minor in there.
goes. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. And then the chorus back to starting on A minor. So, but it only does it twice, so it's. And then it goes up to C major. And then back to G major. And then back to A minor. And then it's those same chords for the whole chorus.
Okay.
I just typed it out.
Okay. When I go to C, is it still my finger on the second fret?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
And then for the G, it goes down to the lowest.
For G, it goes down to the lowest. Okay. Okay. I think I got the... But then the... is where I struggle.
Yeah, that's the hardest part. For me, I don't know about you, but when I was like figuring out finger picking, I would always just like hit like 3 strings at the same time when I was trying to only hit one.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's like the ends of my fingers are too round or something, like they can't hit one string at a time, but that was the hardest thing for me.
I think for me it's just figuring out the thing, because what I know how to play is what is it on? I know. No.
Oh my god.
And then it goes. Because I know how to play that, because I've just been doing that, and it's like, I guess like muscle memory.
Right. Oh,
but
so
yeah,
sweet.
yeah. I just don't know how to sing to it because my voice isn't good.
that one's harder than Hangman Hands, I'd say.
Oh really?
The Jupiter, yeah. So you got it. You're golden.
Let's go. Yeah, I just need to practice that.
Yeah, and once you get the pattern down, it's just like those chords for the whole song.
Okay. So this is until after the first chorus.
Yeah. So the chorus just repeats that A minor, C, G, A minor 4 times. And then it's back to the beginning. So A minor, E, A minor, E.
Okay. Wow.
It basically does that whole thing twice.
Okay. I'll have to practice the... Next time we talk, I'll show you, and I'll sing you the song.
Sure.
Okay.
I want to hear. Do you sing Jupiter too?
No, I don't know how to sing it. I never sung it on stream either. What is it? Overwhelming ecstasy, your body. No, overwhelming ecstasy. Is it your body? Our bodies move in harmony.
Our bodies move in harmony. Yeah.
Always waking breathlessly from dreams that leave me wanting more of you. These silly games that we play, stupid ways to make you stay. My heart's split open on display, and I can wait another day to touch your face, to hold you. Just need you, just need you by my side tonight, And then overwhelming ecstasy, your name repeated endlessly. Ice cream, make out in the backseat of your car. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, it makes me so happy to hear that. I love it. I love it. We should record a full cover.
Oh gosh. Maybe I'll do it with Hangman Hands.
Yeah, I love that.
What's your favorite song to play? I want you to play more songs. I don't know. Only if you're
God.
okay with it though. Only if you want to.
I could do one more maybe.
Yeah? Okay.
What one would you want to hear? I'm probably gonna say no to a lot of them. Sorry.
Oh no, that's totally fair. Let me look at Spotify.
Okay.
I know, yeah, Angela is your most popular, right? Or like the most
Yeah.
listened to on Spotify. Do you want to sing that one?
Sure, I can do that one.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the first one. It kind of blew up. I don't even remember how it happened. It just like suddenly had like millions of streams. I was like,
oh wow.
Before that, I'd only had like 100,000 maybe.
Oh, it wasn't my Discover Weekly. That's definitely how I discovered you. So maybe it just got like put into Discover Weeklies or something.
Thank you, Spotify.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Oh, I gotta fix myself.
Oh yeah,
again.
yeah.
Make sure. Okay, let me know. Is this good?
Yeah.
Sounds good?
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay, cool.
Daylight, a dream.
good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Emotional there.
Aww. That was amazing.
It's so funny. Everyone is so obsessed with that one lyric about the raccoons.
Yeah, a car full of raccoons.
It's all I ever hear about. It's all I ever hear about. anytime anyone's asking about a lyric, it's always that one.
Does it have a story?
Because, like, yeah, there's no real, like, I mean, there's a story, but there's no, like, symbolic meaning to it. It's about, so I mean, the song is about a girl named Angela, who I met when I went to Montreal, for New Year's Eve. I was 18. I was very heartbroken because I had just broken up with my first love, and our anniversary was New Year's. So I was like, I need to do something for New Year's or else I'm going to be so sad. And so I went to Montreal with my friend, and we went dancing at this club, and I met this girl, Angela, and it was like love at first sight, and I was like convinced. I was like, she is the love of my life. And we were together at that club that night, and then we actually went out for coffee the morning before I left to come back home. And she told me this story about in this lookout in Montreal, there's so many raccoons all the time that they'll like literally crawl all over your car or crawl into your car if you have your windows open. And I just thought that was such a funny story. And I guess like the real meaning of the lyric is like, she told me such a random dumb little story, but I will always remember it because of how significant she was and how significant that time was. So I guess it does kind of have a deeper meaning, but it's so funny because people are always trying to interpret it. I'm like, it's literally just a car full of raccoons.
Wow.
It is what it is.
Yeah, because I see on Twitter, like you talk about a lot about it, like the raccoons and the car full of raccoons. So yeah.
People are always like, your fans will be called the raccoons. I'm like, oh god, okay.
Aw. Now you will even now you have to remember that story even more because everyone asks you about it.
I'm gonna have to write a book about it.
Yeah.
And carry that story to my grave.
Yeah.
So funny.
That's really cool though.
Well, should we like take a few more questions or something?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Let's take a few more questions. Chat.
Any burning questions? Any advice you guys need? Clearly we're experts.
Oh yeah.
By now they should know that.
Exactly. How
are you so pog?
How are you so pog? Yeah, how are you so pog, Ruby?
I didn't even know until today what that meant, so I couldn't tell you.
It's just something you're born with or not.
Yeah, it's natural, it's innate.
Yeah. But you know, all of you are pog, so don't worry.
Absolutely.
Someone was asking how to stop procrastinating. Do you procrastinate a lot?
Yeah, don't ask me that question. I mean, I procrastinate, but I feel like I always get stuff done. Which is like, for better or for worse, because I can't recognize my limits. So I think like, recognize your limits, and if something is like truly causing you pain, you don't have to do it, unless, you know, you're gonna like lose your job or fail out of school, I guess, but always put your own mental health first, because school and work and all that can really destroy you. It's, you know, it's not always a friendly place, unfortunately.
Very true. I've been saying that, and I've been preaching that. I can't show you a few pages, not you, but like chat, because I have some plans I'm not allowed to talk about on streaming. But schedule. It helps me a lot, because it tells me, like, whenever I wake up, that's the first thing I look at, and it tells me like, how much time do I have on TikTok before I have to get up? How much time can I spend on my PC before I have to work? You know, stuff like that. And I feel like that helps me a lot, just to have it like.
Do you have a TikTok account?
I don't. I post cat videos. I haven't posted in like half a year. Okay. But yeah. Do you?
I recently made one. And was trying to get into it. I posted a few videos, but it's hard. It's hard to like.
What is it?
Know. Oh God. Let me figure it out really quick. It might just be Flowerface music. Yeah, it's. Oh wait, maybe not. Oh God.
I'll just
I'm really not gonna be able to tell you guys.
Flowerface. Oh, there's a lot of Flowerface. Oh, there's people listening to your music.
Yeah, people make some TikToks to my songs, which is really cool. Hold on. I think I posted a link on Twitter. This is so bad. I really should have been prepared for this.
All good. My streams are always...
have more TikTok followers. Maybe motivate me to actually post things. Oh, okay. It's Flowerface 666.
All right.
That's what I was missing.
All right. Guys, chat, go follow her. Not just on TikTok. Go follow her everywhere. You see the socials there. And
wait, where's the there?
Yeah, there. Yeah.
The TikTok and the Twitter and the Instagram.
And Spotify, you have too, and YouTube, and just everywhere. Everywhere where you see Flowerface, go follow her.
I'm all over the place. You can't escape me.
Yeah. You shouldn't. I see you, chat. You won't even escape her here because I listen to her music on stream.
And we're gonna have to do more streams where I learn how to play Minecraft.
I'm gonna teach you Minecraft.
That's something I gotta do.
Mm-hmm.
How to not get demotivated when writing lyrics, was it? I guess I missed that.
But do you have any advice on that?
Something that I do, I don't know if this is normal, but I like study other people's lyrics, like other artists that I really like. I'll go on their like genius.com lyric page and read like every single song. And sometimes just like one word will really inspire me, or one phrase will like remind me of something else. Like I'm not saying like go on there and like
just copy everything,
but go on there for inspiration, and it can help you learn, different form ideas, different structure ideas, because I don't know, I think the most interesting songs are not necessarily the first chorus, formula. So I think that studying, it's like anything else. It's like if you're writing fiction or making music in general, like you have to be inspired by other things. So I think that like straight up studying lyrics can really help, because that's gotten me out of some pretty long periods of writer's block.
Do you have any like artists that like inspire you, that you, I guess not just like, maybe not just musically, but you just look up to them, you're like, oh.
Yeah, I mean, musically, it's probably mostly musicians who I really look up to, especially lyric-wise. The band The National, I don't know if you listen to them.
No, I don't know them.
They're lyrically one of my favorites. I was always
I'll listen to them right after the stream.
Yeah, I'll send you.
Yes.
Connor Oberst, Bright Eyes. Grew up loving Bright Eyes. There's so many. I feel like I listen to too much music that's like similar to mine. I think that it's important to like branch out and listen to music that's not as similar to yours, because otherwise you're just gonna try to like recreate what you like. So sometimes I try to listen to things a little different, but yeah. I have a playlist actually on my Spotify, like on my artist page, that have a bunch of my favorite songs and my favorite artists and people who inspire me in my writing. So if people are interested, they can look at that and see my favorites.
Is it the Night Sky to Infinity?
Yeah, those are my top 25 songs, I think, of all time.
Yeah. Ooh, okay. That's cool. I like that. Ooh, English, thank you so much for the 10 gifted subs. I appreciate it. Thank you. They just gave me subs. Like subscription subs are basically like now much like the people who got them have emotes and like a special badge next to the name, and it also supports me. So yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Thank you for doing that.
Yeah, thank you, English.
Thank you. I keep seeing ones that are like long, and I feel like they're probably really good questions, but I can't keep up. Lots of emojis here. Do we like rock music? Do you like rock music?
I like rock music. Yeah. I listen to like a lot of different music. I think like rock isn't like my go-to, but I do like rock music.
You like a lot of like lo-fi stuff, right?
Not really. No, I only listen to lo-fi on stream actually, because it's like a good background thing. But I listen to a lot of like indie, I guess like post-punk emo, Midwest emo, stuff like that. Yeah, I listen to that a lot. And obviously...
Who's like your favorite all time?
Flat Son, definitely.
Okay,
yeah.
Cool. Is he? Are they like lo-fi or?
No,
like
I think
okay.
Flat Son's just songwriter, I guess. Just I am sad and I have a guitar. That's what I'd call him.
It's the best kind of music.
Oh yeah. What about you?
I would say probably like I guess indie rock would be or like alternative would be my top listened genre, but I like all kinds of things. Some like embarrassing like radio rock that I used to listen to when I was like 12 I'll still listen to sometimes just because it's fun.
For the nostalgia.
I mean, yeah, totally. And some rap and some pop. I mean, I feel so out of the loop with what's popular right now. The only songs that I know are like songs that are on TikTok because I see them all the time. But other than that, like I have no idea. But yeah, kind of like a mix of things.
I see. Yeah. Ooh, what's our dream jobs? What do you want, or what did you want? What maybe like what was your dream job as a child? Let's put it that way.
As a child, I wanted to be an author. I wanted to write books.
I mean, you're pretty close, you know.
Almost there. Yeah. Yeah, I always get like ideas. I'm like, I'm gonna write this like 1,000-page novel, and I come up with this whole idea, and then I just lose my motivation for it.
Because writing takes so much time.
Oh yeah, writing is hard. It sucks because it's something you really can't like force yourself to do. Because if it's not there, it's not there, right? How about you?
I wanted to be like a, what is it called? Like a TV show host.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and then I always wanted to become a psychiatrist.
You're close to TV show host too.
Yeah.
We're both like stepping stones, right?
Yeah. It's like the closest you get without, I don't know.
Yeah.
Being on spot.
I mean, like, I feel like more people watch this than people watch live TV at this point.
Oh, I guess so, yeah. People don't really watch TV anymore.
Yeah. Same with, like, radio and stuff. All of that is just, like, it's all
online.
Online right now. Someone said they could totally see me as an author. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. That gives me hope.
I'd buy your book. I'd go to your book signing and I'd be like, hi, it's me.
Someone... Oh, I lost it. Never mind.
Oh.
I, like, lose things out of my brain immediately. I thought I saw something, but...
Did you ever get... Yeah, did you ever... I saw that too. Did you ever get vocal lessons?
Briefly, I took vocal lessons for, like, a year, like, last year or the year before. But I'm, like, 99% untrained. I wish I had taken them from the beginning because I think I learned a lot of bad habits, but, I started working with a vocal teacher, like, pre-COVID. And she's, like, she comes from, like, a classical background, so it was interesting because she was kind of teaching me from that angle, where that was kind of, like, the total opposite, but we stopped, like, when COVID started. It's definitely something that singers should do, and I, like, hope that I will start doing it again once, like, lockdown and all that is over, but yeah, I'm, like, mostly untrained.
Do you have any advice on singing, though?
It's just practice, I think. I mean, as long as you're not, like, screaming and ripping up your vocal cords and giving yourself nodes, which my vocal teacher thought that I had at one point.
Oh,
but,
no.
It's, yeah, practice, because, I mean, like, as much as I'm not ever super happy with my voice, I will listen to, like, recordings from 2 years ago and be like, wow, I definitely have improved a lot, even if I'm not, like, totally content now. Like, I have improved from then. And I think it's hard to see that, like, on a day-to-day basis, but as long as you're practicing, like, you will improve. Like, you're not going to get worse. So
yeah,
that's my advice.
That's true, yeah. Yeah.
Someone said favorite grade or age. Interesting. Like, in our past? In our lives? Like, our favorite age?
I guess so, yeah. I always wanted to be older. I feel like I never lived in the moment, you know?
Yeah.
So I can't really say that, I think, because I was always like unhappy with how old I was. I was always like, I want to be older.
You're 19, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, as soon as I hit 20, I started panicking. I was like, I just want to be a teenager.
I'm already panicking. Like, I'm turning 20 in November, so I have a whole year in front of me. I'm already like, I'm getting old. I'm getting old. I'm getting old.
You've got so much time.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm turning 23 in a few days.
When's your birthday? What day?
March 10th.
Ooh, yeah, that's very soon.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, I'm a Pisces.
Ooh.
So are you a Scorpio? Are you a Scorpio?
I'm a Scorpio.
Oh, I love that. I'm a Scorpio rising, so we kind of like...
I have no idea about that. Like, I know my normal star sign, but I don't know about the rising.
Yeah, I know my like sun, moon, and rising, but all the other planets, I don't know about that. I just think it's fun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, no, on my 20th birthday, it was on my 20th birthday that I released Baby Teeth.
Oh!
Yeah. And we had like a huge album release show, which was like the biggest show I'd ever played live, which seems like, I don't know, the idea of concerts seems like ridiculous now, but...
Soon.
Yeah, hopefully soon. But I had the biggest breakdown on my 20th birthday. I think I cried all day, and then I cried in a bath all night drinking wine.
Oh no!
I was like, I don't want to be in my 20s, but it's okay.
That's
still got some time left.
Very really. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna cry in the bath.
It's so hard, like, for anyone in any industry where you're being seen, and like competitive arts industries, because it's like new famous people are coming out every day who are like 15, and it's like, oh my god, I'm like ancient compared to you, like,
yeah,
it seems they get younger and younger, and they're all like millionaires and so successful and famous. It's crazy. It makes you feel like time is running out.
No, I totally get that. And it's like, oh, this new and young artist who learned how to sing perfectly at 3 years old, and you're sitting here like, I learned for 3 years and I don't even know what I'm doing.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I've been singing for like 8 years, and I still can't sing. Like it's
your voice is so good though. Like your voice sounds like it's probably because like I'm an outsider. Like you probably don't hear that, but your voice sounds so clean to me. Like,
thank you.
Yeah. I love it.
See, it's like what we were talking about. Like we're all so hypercritical of ourselves. Someone asked what our Hogwarts houses are. What are you?
I'm a Hufflepuff.
Oh, I love that. I can see that.
Yeah.
I'm a Slytherin.
I kind of figured it. Just by the way we get along, because my housemate's a Slytherin. So.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Yeah, Were you a big Harry Potter fan?
I watched the movies, but that was kind of all. Because I was like, I always got told I was still too young to even watch the first movie, so I was always like, I'm watching it in secret, but I only watched the movies, so yeah.
Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, I was like a crazy fan when I was younger.
Aww.
I used to know like every detail of every book.
Wow. No, I've never read the books. I always wanted to, but now I kind of don't read. I only read like educational books. So yeah.
That's good. Learning.
Yeah.
Everyone's saying their Hogwarts houses in the chat now.
Oh, I see.
Any tips for moving on, like from a relationship?
I guess so.
It's a broad question. What do you think?
I think what is, especially in relationships and romantic relationships, is really important is to realize what you're like. Obviously, like, I will still miss my ex-boyfriends on bad days. Like, the worst things could have happened and I will still miss them. That doesn't mean that I didn't move on from them. That just means that they were a very big part of my life at some point, and that they took a very big piece with them when they left, which is completely normal. But what you need to remember is, again, that in the end, you have only yourself, and you can only love yourself as much as you love others. So, like, spend time with yourself, realize that missing someone in bad times and not having moved on from them is two separate things. And I feel like a lot of people get that mixed up a lot. Because I can lay in my bed, cry about my ex-boyfriend, about how lonely I am. But that doesn't mean that I haven't moved on from him. I wouldn't get back together with him.
Yeah, it doesn't mean that you would want to go back to that relationship.
Yeah.
You're totally right. I think that, like, you know, moving on doesn't mean, like, totally ripping them out of your life. You know, I don't think that, like, in order to consider yourself moved on, you have to never think about them. Because it's, like, it's, you know, they're a part of you. Especially if you're with someone for a long time or you know, go through significant things with them. Like, they're always going to be, like, woven into the fabric of your past. And, you know, you don't want to, like, destroy your past. You don't want to forget, like, eternal sunshine yourself. But, no, I agree. I think that there's this quote that always makes me, like, simultaneously sad but also comforted. And it really got to me when I went through my first major breakup with my first love. And it's from F. Scott Fitzgerald. And he said, "There are all kinds of love in the world, but never the same love twice." And, like, that hurt me at the time because I was like, I'm never going to have this again. But it's kind of beautiful because it's like, you're going to experience so many different kinds of love in your life. And it'll never be exactly the same, which can be a sad thing, but it can also be a good thing. Like, there's so many new things out there. So it's an opportunity as much as it's a sad thing to break
I like
up. But
that
yeah,
a lot.
it sucks for a long time, and that's just the truth. Like, let yourself feel it. Don't try to push it all away.
Definitely. And whatever you have to move on from, it's something that you can look back to and learn from it. That's like, you know, whenever you have to move on from something obviously went wrong or something changed. And, you know, you can always learn from it. If you can't accept it or you don't want to accept it, you can at least learn from it, I guess.
Right. And you can appreciate, like, the things that it gave you and then, you know, rid yourself of, like, the negative parts.
Exactly.
You know, take a little piece of everyone that you meet.
Totally. I really like the quote. That's a good quote.
Yeah, it's my favorite. I actually, when we went through that breakup, I, like, wrote it. I gave him, like, a box of his stuff or whatever, and I wrote that note and, on a card and put it in there because I'm just, like, emotional and dramatic. But
oh no, I like that. That's so good. I like that. I actually I also had a box with stuff from my ex-boyfriend to give it to him. But what happened is he didn't accept it and I didn't want it, so I threw it in the trash.
Like, what was it, like clothes and
yeah,
stuff?
like
Just,
his
like,
I think it was mostly his clothes and, like, I think, like, shampoo and stuff. And then
honestly, I still
sorry. No, all good. He was at my house and it was like, take your stuff, I don't want it. And he's like, I'm not going to take it, I want to talk to you. And I'm like, I'm going to throw you out. If you don't take your stuff, I'm going to throw the stuff out with you. And he's like, no, I want to talk to you. And I threw him out. I pushed him out the door and I threw his stuff away because I was like, I'm not dealing with that one.
It was one of those things where he won't take it because he doesn't want it to be over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, like, in that relationship, I let myself like get pushed around so much that I was like, I'm not doing that anymore. We've broken up. I don't have to.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And it's like a sign of that when, like, even when you're breaking up with them, they're still trying to do that. Like,
yeah.
No, this is over now.
Yeah, exactly.
I was gonna say, I think that I have clothes from every single one of my ex-boyfriends, and I still wear them.
Oh no, they're good sleeping clothes. Like, yeah. I definitely have t-shirts from my ex-boyfriends that I sleep in. Yeah.
I have, like, sweaters that I'll wear, like a jacket from one of them.
Yeah, because they're comfy
nice
and yeah, they fit well. You know, they're nice. Yeah. Totally.
I'm gonna get something out of it.
Exactly. You know, not just the trauma. We also want something good.
Not just, like, a notebook full of things to talk to my therapist about.
Yeah, exactly. Like, they already know your name. You're sitting at your therapist's office, you're like, yeah, so him and I, and this and that happened. By the way, I'm wearing his jacket right now. Your therapist's just like...
It's like, so I'm so glad you've moved on. I'm like, yeah, well, you know. Maybe not quite. Do you find that you, like, not just with ex-boyfriends or whatever, but are you like a person who holds on to things like in a serious way?
I think it depends, because I moved around a lot, so I always have like, I will move on, like I will hold on to things for some time, and then I will hold on to everything, and then at some point I'll just let everything go, and I'll be like, I don't need this, I don't need this, I don't need that, and it doesn't make me happy, goodbye. Like, you know, I will hold on to it for like a short time, and I will hold it dearly, but then at some point I'll be like, no, don't need it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good thing to do, I think. I like really struggle with getting rid of anything. It's hard. Like I feel like, I don't know, as sensitive people, you give meaning to everything, right? I have a drawer that's full of like every card or letter or note or anything that anyone's ever given me.
I love
and
that.
Sometimes it's like nice because sometimes I'll just go through it and read everything, and even if they're people I don't talk to anymore, it's like brings me back to that time and like, you know, gives me a beautiful little memory. But
I
yeah,
like that a lot. I wish I had something like that, see? Because I got rid of everything. I don't have that, and that's really cute.
Yeah, it is gonna overflow eventually. I'm gonna have to get rid of stuff. But I think it's like a good thing to be able to get rid of stuff. Like I think you need that, because otherwise you're just gonna end up like buried under all your memories.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I guess like a good balance is like a good and healthy balance.
For sure.
Yeah.
Any advice on how to break up with your friend group?
I mean, like I said before, if they don't make you happy, and if you two are just not compatible, then that's how it is. And you will always find other people. There are 9 billion people on this planet, and you know there will always be someone. But maybe it will be easier, because that's what I did when I kind of wanted to distance myself from my friend group. I started getting to know other people, and I started to talk to other people, and that made it like easier to go from one friend group to the other, kind of.
Yeah, you don't want to leave yourself totally stranded with no one, so find some people who will support you as you transition out of that relationship or group of relationships. But yeah, that's really hard. I'm assuming like something happened, or they were just not nice to you or something, so I'm sorry. I hope it all works out. But it'll be better eventually to not be stuck in that.
Very true. Someone asked where the name Flowerface came from.
It's a childhood nickname that my grandma gave me. She used to call me Flowerface because she said that when I smiled, my face was like a flower.
That is so cute!
Yeah, so it stuck, and when I started making music, I was like, I need a name because I don't want to just use my name, and that was the first thing that came to mind, and I kept it.
I love that. Look, chat loves it too.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's sweet.
That's so cute. I love that.
Yeah, it's a good story behind the name, I guess. Oh, this is funny. Wow, it moves so fast. It's crazy. Someone asked if they can use my music in a short film. You can email me to talk about it. Ruby@flowerface.com.
AMZ, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome everyone. Sorry. Yeah. Email her.
What does that mean? What is it?
Oh, that AMZ just sent her viewers, because AMZ just ended stream, and she sent her viewers to the stream. So
cool.
They're here now. Hello everyone. We're doing not artist stream. We're doing a stream with Flowerface. I'm so used to like whenever I talk to other people, I'm doing an artist stream, but I'm not. I always I invite like artists from like the community that I'm in onto my stream, and I let them like draw and explain like everything. So yeah. So I'm so awesome. Used to saying that, but no. I hope you had a good stream.
Different kind of artist.
Different kind of artist. True. Do you draw? Like at all?
I do, yeah. That was kind of like my main thing when I started this art program, was drawing and painting. But I kind of moved more towards digital stuff like video and all that. I've done some digital drawing, but I haven't gotten very good at it.
It's hard, right? The transition
hard.
from traditional to digital, it's hard.
It's hard, and then like once you start doing digital, it's like impossible to go back because you're trying to draw on paper and you can't undo and you can't zoom in. It's like, what is the point of this?
Oh yeah.
But, yeah, so I used to draw a lot more, but I do a lot of like artistic journaling, like collaging and little drawings and writing and stuff. It's kind of
like
my
that.
favorite thing to do.
That's cool. I like that.
How to deal with sexism.
Ooh, that's a big one. That's one that I could talk about for hours because this industry is sexist as hell, and I'm going to say it. But remember your worth. You know, don't take shit from people just because it's, I guess, socially accepted. I've talked about this so much. I feel like I don't want to go like off on like a rant. So what do you say?
Do you deal with it? Do you deal with it a lot in this community, like in streaming and stuff?
It's with streaming. It's very hard because this, like Twitch, is a very male dominated platform, and it goes down to even comments like, "Oh, I'm not gonna follow her because she's a girl. Like, why should I watch her? She's a girl." Or like, "She's unfunny because she's a girl." And you hear these comments every day, all the time, and it does like it is annoying.
Yeah, it's so disheartening just to hear that, like the fact that it's still like that this year, you know.
Yeah,
like, how are
right?
we not past that kind of thing? But I don't know if we'll ever be past it, honestly. Like in some kind of baseline way, it's always going to be there.
I think the problem, at least with Twitch, that I found is that women can speak out about it, and women do speak out about it, but as long as the male the high up male content creators that, you know, are in the top tier lists where women aren't even on, or where there's one or two women on, as long as they don't speak up, it's not an issue, because they don't, like, you know, people don't see it as an issue as long as you know, no one talks about it. I can sit here on my stream and I can talk about it every day, and my chat's gonna be like, yeah, that's so true, yeah, that's so true, you're so right, Nikki. But of course, because they are beyond that, and they are past, you know, they're already like, yeah, I'm gonna support a female content creator, but then, you know, you go into a different person's stream, a male person's stream, maybe a big male person's stream, and they see a woman and they're like, oh, cringe, I don't want to have anything to do with that. And, you know.
Yeah, I think it's like, I get the same. It's like a culture shock when you surround yourself with like-minded people who are, you know, up to date at least on their beliefs, and then you like go into a community where it's not like that, and it's like, oh my god, like people are still living like this in 2021. It's so easy to get blinded to that because your circle is, you know, like intelligent, forward-thinking people, but you don't realize that that's not the entire world. Like, it's not like a 2-scale model of the rest of the world. Yeah, it's rough. It's like that in music too. I think it's like that in every single industry, but I mean, artistic things especially, or like anything where you're being seen, right? Like anything where you're a public image.
Yeah, people like to stereotype, and sadly, misogyny and internalized misogyny is still a very big thing. What I find very interesting, that's probably the same with artists, but people will go and they're like, oh, support female streamers and content creators, support female artists and musicians, and then they will say that, but they will never do that, you know? Stuff like that, like you see all of these posts on Twitter of people being like, yeah, go follow this female artist, content creator, musician, blah blah blah, but you don't really see a change, or there's like, what I find super hurtful a lot of times. Obviously, my community is not like that. I'm not going to, you know, chat. I'm not talking to you, but what I find super sad sometimes is that young women will be like, oh, I want to be a Twitch streamer when I grow up. I want to be a female content creator. I want to be a female Twitch streamer. And then they will still add to that toxic environment that we as female Twitch streamers are in, as like, talking like, oh, she's unfunny, she's cringe, she's trying too hard, she's ugly, like stuff like that. And it, like I see that a lot, like obviously with content creation because that's what I'm in, but I can definitely see that in music too. And it's, I don't know, it's very disheartening.
Right, because I think like some, you know, female content creators or musicians or whatever, it's like they'll get the chance to get in and not be part of like the group of girl artists or girl streamers or whatever. Like they can like level up and they'll kind of like step on people in order to do that, which really sucks.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've had a lot of experiences like that. I mean, like I played a show, it was just in my city, and it was not put on by the radio station, but there's this great like college radio station here called CJAM, and they play my music all the time and they're awesome. But somebody organized for them like a benefit show. They'd done like a bunch of benefits for them because the government here like was trying to cut funding completely to college radio. And so there were tons of benefits, and somebody planned this one show where bands were playing all day long. There was like 12 different acts or something, and I was the only female person to step on that stage.
Wow.
Out of every other band, every other act, it was all male. And like nobody noticed, like nobody really said anything. And I pointed out to people who were like, oh, that's weird. It's like nobody really notices. But if it was all women, it would be like, oh, this is like the girl.
Exactly.
This is the girl show.
Exactly. It's like it can be an all male show, and they're like, yeah, it's just another show. But then like if it's all female, they're like, oh, it's a girl show. Or like what I also find very interesting is like they would probably like bring the argument of like, there's just not that many female artists. Yes, there is. Yeah. There freaking is. But you just don't see them and you don't support them, and they are not as big because they are female. They are like, they're amazing artists out there that you just don't see because they don't get the same amount of support that their male counterparts get, even though they will put the same amount of like work in it, even though they have the same amount of talent or the same amount of, you know, equipment, whatever you need and whatever, you know, they have. They just don't get the same amount of support and the same amount of feedback as their male counterparts. And it's very sad and it's very true, but people don't see that, and they're just like, oh, there's just not that many females. Yes, there is. Right, they just don't get seen.
They don't think it's like odd or anything. They're like, well, it's just, you know, how it is. I remember a while ago I made a tweet that was like, when I go through a guy's phone, it's not to look at his text, it's to check how many female musicians he has in his library. And some guy responded, and he was like, maybe you should just let people like what they like. I'm like, listen, dude, if you're into music and you only listen to male artists, like there is something going on there. Like that's not just a coincidence, you know, like
yeah, like that's not even like, oh, I coincidentally only listen to male artists. Like there are so many female artists out there that you will like see if you listen to music, you know. Right. Yeah, right. Definitely. Wow. Because I can say I definitely have more male artists in my playlist, and that is because I see more male artists. Why? Because the female artists get pushed down. That's the thing. Yeah.
And female artists also, I feel like they all just get like they're in this endless loop of getting compared to each other. Like it's never like, oh, your music is cool because it's like, oh, you're like this artist, you're like this artist. Like it's always you remind me of, instead of, you know. And it's like music that, like people say that to me, it's like my music doesn't sound like it at all. I'm like, just because I have a female singing voice. It's like, yeah. I don't know, like just because, I don't know.
Yeah, no, we have that as content creators. We have that a lot too, especially with getting compared to boys. Because female content creators, they're never a female content creator. They're never the content creator. They're always the counterpart to the male content creator. I hear, you're like that person, you're like this person, oh, you're friends with that person, you're that person's friend. I hear that all the time. I never hear, oh, you're Niki Nihachu? Wow! No, you're Wilbur's friend. You're that girl on the Dream SMP. You are like this other person and stuff like that. It's never like you are that independent person. You're always that counterpart to a like male content creator or to a male person. And it's, yeah.
Right. And this goes back like in every form of art, like, you know, centuries. I was just writing a paper for school actually on feminine pain in art and the way it's like a commodity, and the way that female artists are often reduced to an identity that's centered around their trauma and their pain instead of being seen as artists first, right? And just like looking into artists who, you know, male artists whose wives were also artists, but they were seen as like that guy's wife. Like, you're not, like, they're not seen for their art. It's like, oh, it's that cool artist's wife. And it's just like, it's always been that way. And like, why is it still that way? I don't know how to fix it.
Yeah, I don't know either. That's the thing. Like, I can tell the people coming into my chat multiple times that I'm my own person, but will they believe me? Probably not, you know? And yeah, that I feel like that again goes back to, as long as the people that, you know, have that community, like the male people, like, sorry, but as long as men don't go out and are like, hey, you know, my friend is not just my friend, but also an individual person, as long as that conversation doesn't happen, I feel like not much will change. And it's very sad, because we can sit here and we can talk about this, and my chat will go, yes, you're so right. I know, chat, I know. But right, will you tell them?
Yeah, there's only so much you can do, like, to change the way that you're perceived. I mean, like, it's not up to you, unfortunately. But yeah, I've had the experience too, like, playing shows, if it's with a full band, which I do sometimes have, like, a backing band. And my friend Josh, who produces my music, and we're like collaborators on a lot of things, he plays guitar when I play with my band, and we'll go to set up for a show, and immediately the like tech people, the sound guy, the crew will come up to him and start talking to him, like, every time, even though I'm right there.
Wow.
And it's funny, and like he's great, and he'll always say like, you should talk to her, like, she's the front person, like, she's the leader of this project. But it's so funny, like, the way it consistently happens. Or when people talk to me, like, sound guys will talk to me like I have no idea what I'm doing with, you know, my guitar, which, okay, sometimes I don't, but like, you don't know that.
Yeah, exactly. But, like, you're still the artist, you know.
Yeah.
You still should be treated like you are the artist. You wrote these songs. People are here for you, you know. They're not here because you have no idea of what you're doing. You might not have an idea of what you're doing, but people can teach you that in a nice way. In a not condescending way.
And most of the time I'll figure it out, so they can just back off.
Right. No, I totally get that, because I, like, again, also here in content creation, it's like people will talk to women as if they have no idea, as if they are stupid. In video games, I will join a video game, and I will take Valorant as an example. I've recently been playing a lot of Valorant. It's a shooter game, and I've been top of the leaderboard multiple times, and I will still get talked down as if I have no idea of what I am doing. And I definitely do have an idea if I will carry you with like 30 to 40 kills and you sit there at like 1 or 2 kills. Like, I definitely know what I'm doing. You don't have to tell me, oh, you have to place your wall there, you have to do this. I know. Like, you don't have to talk to me like that just because I'm a girl. It's sad. It really is.
Yeah. I feel like that's like such a huge issue with like video game culture, right? I mean, like, I don't even know a lot about video games, but I know that, like, the whole meme about gamer girls and how they don't know what they're doing, and they're just doing it so that guys will like them. It's like, no, we're not doing anything.
Yeah, right. Why should we do something for boys? Like, sorry, but, you know, and like the problem with that, I feel like, is though, a lot of girls are like that towards other girls too.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's obviously not just in video games, it's in other things too. Like, a lot of girls are very mean to other girls for doing whatever they want, and just let them be, just let them do whatever they want, you know. Like, at the end of the day, it won't affect you. If a girl will, I don't know, I've recently gotten a lot of accusations of, like, I'm changing my voice so that I appear to men more. And it's like, first of all, you know, I can change my voice. Like, I can make my voice higher, but I will not do that. Second of all, even if I did, does it affect you? No, it doesn't. You have, you know, why would you care? I'm sitting here, you know, in front of 9,000 people, not you. You know why? Maybe because I'm not putting other people down, just because of, you know, these things.
Exactly.
And, yeah, and it's mostly women who do that, and I don't know, I find that very sad.
Even if you were changing your voice, it's like, we all joke about the customer service voice, right? Like, it's your job, and sometimes you need to change the way you present yourself or the way you interact in order to, you know, do better at your job. Like,
Definitely.
Like, I used to work as a cashier, and I wasn't there, like, talking like I do now.
Yeah,
right?
Like, you have to put your voice higher, you have to sound more sympathetic, you know, obviously. Like, yeah, but, you know, guys do that too. They will, like, start their stream and be more energetic and be, like, a more, like, awake, like, version of themselves. Obviously, we all do that, but that's not just women, and I feel like women get so much shit for that, and it's so sad.
Yeah, that's the thing about, like, girls who do it to other girls too. It's like, if we all just banded together, like, it would benefit them too. You know, it's not gonna hurt you to support other girls, because it's gonna end up, there's gonna be, like, a more balanced culture, and then you will also benefit from that, and you know, you'll be respected more, rather than being seen as someone who's just, like, you know, giving up your own agency in order to, you know, fit in with the guys and, like, step on the other girls.
Exactly.
But yeah, the whole, like, even if you were talking like a chipmunk, it's just like, who cares?
Exactly. Who cares? At the end of the day, if you, like, you know, if you're I don't know, jealous or annoyed by that, if you're annoyed, just don't interact, like, just don't do anything, just, you know, go away. If you're jealous, do it yourself, you know. That's the thing, like, if you know, whatever annoys you about it, either just ignore it and it's none of your business, or do it yourself, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like that with, like, I don't know, I feel like 99% of the stuff that I see, like, public figures being criticized for, like, aside from, like, serious things that they do, but, like, just general criticism, it's just like, how do people spend their time thinking about that? Like, why are you using your being concerned over something completely inconsequential that some, you know, musician or actor or streamer or anything is doing that you find, like, annoying or whatever? Like, go watch somebody that you like instead of thinking so much about somebody you don't like. You know
Exactly. I wouldn't have the time nor the energy to spend all of my life force on something that I don't like or something that I don't agree with. You know, it's just
It's like people who leave, like, negative YouTube comments.
Yeah.
Like, is that your job? Like,
Exactly. Like, why do you go out of your way to type that out and then send it?
It's so sad.
Yeah.
It's so sad.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Oh god, yeah. Yeah, I recently had, like, my first public hater on Twitter who just would not stop sending tweets at me, like, sending the same criticism over and over again. I wasn't acknowledging it, and I think it was making him upset that I wasn't acknowledging, but he's been going the past few days, like, just over and over again. I'm like, dude, like, I get it. I get it.
Oh my god. I mean, honestly, when I got my first hater, I was like, I made it.
Yeah, exactly.
You know? That's the thing. Like, once you get haters, once you are that interesting for people so that they feel like they have to, you know, that they think about you, you live rent-free in their head, that's when you've made it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, like, because that means they care so much about you. Because, I mean, when people like you and like your content and whatever, like, obviously they're going to spend time thinking about you, but when someone hates you so much that they spend their time thinking about you, like, you have made an impact on that person's life.
Yeah.
That's something to be proud of, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. It's very interesting. Maybe we just don't understand, because I've never had anything that I, like, hated on. So maybe, like that's just something I don't understand. Like,
yeah.
You know?
I know, it just doesn't make sense to me, because I'm like, if I don't like a musician, I will just simply not listen to their music. Or if I don't like a movie, I won't watch it. But people will just go crazy. Yeah. And, like, they'll treat, like, things that they don't like as if they are, like, offensive to the world, and it's like, no, you just didn't like it. Like, you just didn't like that. That doesn't mean it's like, you know, harmful to society.
I really like that quote, and that's also a title of one of my Spotify playlists, which is, "Oh shit, my bad, bro. Didn't realize the world revolved around you." And every time I like see something like even every time I catch myself being like, "Oh, I'm so angry, I'm so annoyed," I'm like, the world doesn't revolve around me, and the world doesn't revolve around anyone. So like, you know, calm down. If you don't like something, just distance yourself from it. It's easy.
Like, most of the time, your opinion is not going to affect the way other people, you know, perceive that or consume that
exactly.
art. So, like, what do you think you're doing?
Your hater can write you 1,000 more tweets, and people will still think that's stupid. You know, people will still be like, "Why do you do that?"
Right. I'm just like, you know, people are still gonna listen to my music. I don't know if you think that, you know, if people like that think that they're removing fans from the artist that they hate, or like,
if anything, it makes them seem more unsympathetic, I guess, because I wouldn't want to hang around a person that constantly complains about such things, you know. So yeah, I don't know, personally I feel like those people just are digging themselves their own holes.
Totally. Yeah, absolutely. I think most people like that, in general, in like any field, who just like, you know, hate on different streamers or hate on different artists or anything, like, they want to be doing what you're doing and they're not doing it, and so they're upset about it, you know? Like, they're not, I don't know, they don't have an impact, and so they want
and to those people I say, spend that time on hating on those people doing it yourself, you know? Like I remember when Tommy got like my friend Tommy, he got really big, like as a content creator. All of a sudden he blew up, and everyone was like, "Oh, he's so annoying, like I don't like him," and stuff like that. He got like a lot of people just being like, "Oh, he's so annoying, he's so loud," and everything. And to those people I would say, why are you upset? Just do it yourself. If you're so annoyed by Tommy, do it yourself, but do it better, you know? Like, if you think you can do it better, do it. Like, don't spend your time
criticism of something.
Exactly. You clearly know how to do it better.
Right. Put some art out into the world instead of like
exactly
just complaining about the art that exists, you know.
100%.
Someone said an interesting question: how do you deal with hypersensitivity and empathy?
Ooh, that's a hard one.
Are you a very sensitive person?
I think it depends. I think I go through phases. Like, I will have phases where I will be completely numb to myself and everything around me. And then I will have phases where I will be super sensitive, and you can say anything to me and I will start crying and bawling my eyes out and tell you how much I hate God and the world, you know? Or like, even, I'm a big overthinker. Like, I overthink everything that I do. That's why I can't watch my streams back. Because if I watch my streams back, I'll be like, why did I say that? I could have said that so much better. So, yeah, I honestly don't know how to deal with it. I guess the same thing as I said before, the world doesn't revolve around you. The world doesn't revolve around me. Like, in the end, people have more things to care about than just you or just me, you know? Yeah. I don't really know. It's really hard. It's very hard. But what do you have to say?
I would say, because I'm definitely like a hypersensitive person. Like, I cry at everything, like every movie, every book, everything, and like events in real life too. I think that the best thing to do is to channel it into something productive or creative, you know. Like, I channel it into writing or art. You could channel it into like even just like physical movement or like a workout or a sport, or like anything that, you know, takes up your brain power, because you have like all that energy, like all that sensitive energy, and if you're emotional, like there's so much going on in your body and your mind, and so you need to express that some way, or else you're just going to lay in bed and cry all day, which is also like fine to do sometimes, but at a certain point you need to do something else.
I like
so I think that, yeah, find something that, you know, lets you release it in a way where you feel like it's being released, and afterwards you feel better, and then just do that.
I think
Easier
I've been
said than
doing
done.
that like subconsciously because I do work out a lot, and like even just streaming like work, you know?
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Well,
No,
anything
that's
that you're
true.
like putting all your brain power towards, like it's a distraction, right?
Yeah. No, that's true. That's good advice. I like that.
We are expert advice givers.
Yeah.
So. How do I make friends? That's really hard.
I think easier said than done. Be yourself. Be nice to people, because whatever you give out, you will receive back from people. And the reason why I say be yourself, and you can say, oh, but I'm awkward, but do you want to have friends that don't know who you really are? You know? So, you know, I guess be nice, be friendly, give back what you want to receive, and be honest. And also go up to people, because you know, you can stare at them from a distance, but that doesn't make you friends. Go up to them, talk to them.
That's the hardest part.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I was thinking about this recently, and like, because I'm thinking about like eventually moving to another city, and just like, how do people make friends if it's not through school or through work? Like, do you just, and especially with COVID, I guess you can't really like go to a bar and talk to people, but like, how do you meet people? Like, just walk down the street and like, hey, what's up, want to be friends? I guess with the internet, it's like, it's different now, right? You can meet people online so easily.
That's true. It's a lot easier. Yeah. When did I ever... I get, like, for me, it's a lot of times it is, like, work and school, and then mutual friends I've gotten a lot of friends with. And then... I don't know. Like, it does happen. Like, you can start talking to someone on the street and then become good friends. Definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, chance encounters could end up being really significant relationships.
Yeah, that's true.
Someone said that we're like their older sisters.
Let's go!
I love that.
Yeah, we're both older sisters. I have a younger brother too.
Oh, really? How old?
16. 17? 16.
Okay.
No, 17. Oh, I'm so old. He's 17.
Trust me, you're not old. Yeah, I have an 11-year-old brother and a 19-year-old brother. And I'm the oldest.
How is that, being the oldest with two brothers?
It's not easy. It's I think it's like never easy being the oldest, you know. But I don't know. It is like it is a very male dominated household because I have two brothers and then my dad, and then both of my pets are also male, so it's it's just me and my mom against the world.
I see.
Yeah, it is a little crazy, but I'll miss it when I'm out on my own, I think, which has kind of been like delayed. I don't know about you, but I feel like with the lockdown and everything, I've really regressed, and I feel like a kid again, because I was kind of planning on moving out like right before all of this and starting my career and releasing the new album, and then this happened, and now I'm just kind of like back at home hanging out with my family, watching movies all day. I'm like,
I mean, I don't live with my parents, but I also feel like I just, you know, because I can't really grow. I can't really go outside and grow, so I'm just like stuck. I feel like we're all kind of just stuck, you know? Yeah.
It's hard because like everything, I was talking to my friend about this in the context of therapy, because we both have therapy through Zoom now. And just talking about like the way that the physical spaces affect you, and the way that you need different physical spaces for your different emotional spaces. But right now it's all the same. Like, I sit in the same place to do my work about my music, to do schoolwork, to do just like whatever random thing I do to calm down and relax, and to do therapy. So it's like all happens in the same place on a screen, and there's no separation. It makes it really hard to like be motivated to do anything or to like really fully put yourself into the moment, right? Like especially with something like therapy, I feel like you go into the room and you like have that emotional release and you're in that emotional headspace, and then you get to leave the room after and like leave it all there. But when it's on a screen, it's like you close your laptop and then you're sitting there and you're like, okay, here I am in the same place. Like, how am I supposed to deal with this?
Yeah,
so it's
definitely.
Hard. Like, yeah. I know that some things maybe are easier to just stay home and do online, but in general, I think it's going to really affect people in the future in ways that we don't even know.
Very true. Very true. I mean, maybe, like, future generations are going to get used to it, but I don't feel like we will. Because I've realized that. Because my bed is, like, right here. I wake up and I'm in my workplace, so I never really get, like, that switch where it's like, oh, I can, relax. And I feel like we really need that.
Totally. It's like impossible to immerse yourself in something if you're like in the same spot all day. It all just feels like some kind of like VR experience.
Yeah, it just doesn't feel
like
real.
Not real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. Like whatever you do, it's just
I found that with school too. Like, and I mean, I'm so close to graduating, but it's just so hard to feel motivated because it just doesn't seem real. Like, it's like I can just close my laptop and then it's all gone and I don't have to think about it anymore. So it's like hard to do anything.
Totally.
How do you identify a narcissist? That's an interesting question.
Ooh, that's a hard one because I feel like narcissists, especially at the beginning, are very good at hiding it. You can, like, there's narcissists out there that will seem or that are the most insecure people ever. So like I feel like that is very hard, and I think that's something that you should talk to a professional about it. Like, yeah, because narcissists can be very manipulative. If you're in a relationship with a narcissist, you should talk to a professional about it. Or they should talk to a professional.
I think that narcissists can like fully hate themselves as much as like another one would fully love themselves, right? Because it's just about like the fixation on yourself and the idea of like centering yourself in the world. And so I think someone who like really just despises themselves and spends all their time thinking about how much they hate themselves can be just as much of a narcissist as someone who loves themselves, because it's just about like the obsession, right?
Definitely. Yeah, that's why it's such a wide spectrum of like, you can't pinpoint a narcissist like to certain things as much as you can't pinpoint anyone with a mental illness to just certain things. It's always important to talk to a professional when it comes to stuff like that. Definitely.
Totally,
yeah.
What's your favorite part about your careers?
Ooh, I love my community. Like, chat, I love you. They're all so nice. I love talking to them and interacting with them. I love the fact that I can see the impact that I'm making. Like, I just want to make people happy. I just want to make people smile, and I can see that in real time. I can see these lovely people that are on my screen. They're down there, in real time, and I really like that.
Even just seeing like how many people are watching, it's crazy. It's like, imagine all those people in a room with you, right?
Yeah, that's what I always think. It's so crazy.
You're impacting that many people at this exact moment. It's so cool.
Yeah, what about you?
I'd say like similar thing. I mean, like when I get messages from people who go into detail about like the way that my music has helped them and about their struggles and stuff, that is something that has always really made me feel like it's worth it. If on days where I'm like tired and I'm like disillusioned with the industry and I'm like, I can't do this, I just think about the fact that like I'm at a pretty beginner level of my career still, and I've gotten like so many of those messages, and so I'm like, I have to be doing something right, and I can't stop because it's helping people, and I want to continue to do that. So
Totally. And also the creative outlet, I guess.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And being able to like do that full time is like such a privilege.
very thankful for all of
Someone
this.
said, would we consider starting a podcast?
Maybe. I wanted to start a podcast like in September, but I never gotten around to it. What
Yeah,
about
I've
you?
thought about it. I feel like I can't think of like a good enough theme for the podcast. I would just end up like talking about random stuff the whole time.
I mean, what my idea was, and I'm very happy if you are willing to do this as an idea, as the two of us, I'm super happy, was just do something like this, but like have people send emails in and then talk about the emails and the struggles that people have, that they write us through emails.
Oh, that would be so cool. I'd be so down for that. Like, advertise in advance and have people send in their questions or problems.
We should talk about that if
we
you
should do that.
if you are
yeah,
down.
Yeah.
I
I'm
think that would
super
be
down
cool.
for that. That would be fun.
Yeah.
It must be super late for you, right? What time is it? For
It's almost 2 a.m. Yeah, it is.
you?
As you can see, like at the start of the stream, I was like fresh and everything,
Yeah.
and I'm just slouching in my chair. Yeah, because I've had a stream. I started streaming at I think 6 or 7. So I'm.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a full day. Okay, well we can end it on a high note and do this again sometime very soon.
Definitely. Just let me know when you're free. I'll let you know when I'm free.
Yeah, for sure.
Mhm.
We can maybe talk about that idea. Seems like the chat is interested. So.
Yeah. We can like invite other people on like weekly or every few times. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
that sounds
that'd be
cool.
fun.
We should definitely do that. I'll practice the song, and I'll send you like updates. Like every week, I'll be like, look how far I've come.
I'm so excited for that. I want to see a full cover. Well, thank you so much for having me on.
Thank you so much for being here.
I appreciate it.
I had so much fun.
Thanks to everyone in the chat for being so nice.
And
hopefully I'll talk to all of you guys again soon.
Very soon. All right. You have a good rest of your day.
You too. Get some sleep.
I will. All right. I'll see you later.
Okay. Bye.
Bye. Hi, chat. Let me turn on my webcam real quick. There we go. Hi. Hi, chat. Now you see me mirrored. Do you see me mirrored or do you see me normally now? I think Discord mirrors. Either one. One of them mirrors. So, look how tired I look. That was amazing though. God, I love her. God, I love her so much. I hope you do too, and I hope you enjoyed the stream. I'm so tired. Who do we rate? Can we rate Sekuno, chat? Can we rate Sekuno? Can you give Sekuno a lot of love? I want Sekuno to notice me. I rated him once before and he noticed me, and that was really cool. And I want that again. So let's rate Sekuno. I'll probably be back tomorrow. So I hope you enjoyed the stream. I hope you're all having a wonderful morning, evening, or day, wherever you are. And I will see you in the next one. Bye! Bye, chat. Love you.